from Elena Kravitz, Nikki Thors, Alan McKessick, Debbie Ewan. Board 6, Ruth Adere, Elise Howard, David Grant, Sybil Grant. Board 7, Sean Adams, Morgan Perry, Mark Cowie, Emma Casey Bethune. Board 8, Darren Matthew, Bonnie Carstairs, Kelly Montgomery, Jake Will. Board 9, Courtney McBain, Sean Ryan, Josh Roberts, Mary McShane. And Board 10, Angie Spister, George Smith, Izzy Wyatt, Ian Gray.
Right, draws up. Yeah, brackets. Brackets. That's where the matches will come up when they start. I don't know which ones are going first, if I'm honest.
You should, if you have an email address, be getting the notifications. The draw should be online as well. Should. Let's hope.
It's like come through yet?
The draw's on,
yeah,
but we don't know.
Oh, there we go. It is up. Yeah.
We don't know what game's coming on here. That's the issue.
No, they've not announced one for this board, I don't think yet. Well, at least the
Well, it's a warm welcome to the Aberdeen Darts Open 2026. Mixed pairs coming up for you first this evening, and a real appetizer in our first game of the night as Lorraine Hyde and Sean Fisher build up. Simon Moyer, our chalker for the evening, taking a look, seeing who will throw first. And it looks like it will be Sean Fisher who will have the honour to open up the stream board on the Aberdeen Darts Open this year, taking on Greg Porter and Jill Sharp as we get underway, and straight in the treble already. Nearly the perfect start. Just falls short with the last start. And we've spoken quite a bit recently, if you've been keeping an eye on the WDF ranks, about Sean's recent successes at the World Masters, reaching the semi-finals. His doubles partner for the week, Lorraine, a former World Master herself, will certainly be one of, if not the tournament favourites at the start of this competition. As Hyde hits a treble herself. Slow start from Porter. Can Sharp reply? Not quite. Saves it with the last start somewhat, but it's still firmly in the advantage of Hyde and Fisher. A couple trebles lead him. The finish can only take the one. But with Porter and Sharp back on 4-5-4, you feel they have at least 6 darts, if not more, from here. But this is good darts from Porter, finding the treble to get himself down to 3-5-4 for his partner. Hyde will just look to lay up for her partner. Another treble would do very nicely indeed, and she does find it to leave double 19 for Fisher when he returns. See if he opts to split here with his opponents way back. Double 19 then to open the account. Does split, double 14. Not sure that was the intention, but he does find it regardless. First to 4 legs here, quite a short format. So Porter and Sharp, no real room for error. Do have to get going quite quickly here. But one of the tournament favourites starting off strong here as Porter picks up his second treble of the match. Fisher and Hyde starting very strong here, although a bit of a slip, but does save it with the last start. Sharp yet to find a treble in this one. Still calibrating the radar, you feel. And that visit could put this leg back in the advantages of Hyde and Fisher here, with a bit of a ropey visit from Lorraine herself. Only 41 scored. And if Porter can pick up another treble or two here, looks a good marker to get in behind. And he does find a ton. Steady darts from Greg Porter. Fisher's going to have to switch here, and he does, but still no treble. Very strong start from the pair, but they are starting to slow up a bit here, and can Sharp apply any form of pressure? Good last start from Fisher to find the treble 19. From Sharp, I do apologise. And you do feel there is a potential opening here for Porter and Sharp to settle the scores and equalise. Look at the averages, you'd think there's only one team in it, but 6 from 204. But that's possibly the worst time possible to have a visit like that. 25 scored doesn't get him down to a finish, and if Fisher can find a ton here, that gets him down to a finish first on the Porter and Sharp throw. And he does find the treble to leave Hyde an outside chance at doubling the pair's leads. Sharp finds herself in the treble here, down to the 19s. Slips into the 7 with the last, but good first 2 darts to put them in with a real chance here. 2-darter, and the 1-6-7 won't go. So Porter with a chance to equalise here. He's going to be under some pressure with Fisher returning for 82 if this doesn't go. 72 left, could go double-double. No, went for the 16s, couldn't find the segment. So Fisher 82, he should start on the bull here, might go treble 14. So single 17 for tops. And that's beautiful darts from Sean Fisher, gives it some as well. 2-0 the lead, halfway to home now, and it's a break of throw. You can follow all the scores as they go in, of course, not just on this board, but on the other 10 we have on tv.dartconnect.com here at the Aberdeen Open. First time we're using it this year, and that is the beauty of the system. Plenty of action. Legends is bouncing here this evening. As Fisher starts that leg with a ton, Porter only with 41 in response. Hyde straight back in the treble herself. Slip into the 3 with the last, treble 1 with the last start, which is 3. I'll tell you what, Sharp struggled the first couple of legs, but she is starting to find that radar a bit more now. Steady ton to keep the pressure on. They can consider themselves unlucky not to get more of a look in the last leg, but some fantastic doubling from Fisher costing them a chance to equalise. Porter's back in the treble as well. 2 visits with a treble in the last 2 for Porter and Sharp, and they're sticking right with Hyde and Fisher here to credit them. Maybe not for much longer. Steady darts from Lorraine Hyde, former world master of course. Unable to retain her title in Las Vegas this year, but still playing some superb darts here this evening and in general. 30 scored for Sharp and is firmly now with Hyde and Fisher. Should start on the bull here, should Sean? No ups for the 20s with Porter and Sharp on no finish. Unable to find the treble. Does leave Hyde on the 2-darter regardless. And there's going to be no pressure applied here. So they're going to have as many darts as they like, you'd feel, or as many darts as they'd need, hopefully, at a double. That's a slip, though. 86 left. Stays on the 18s. Double 16 now for Lane Hyde. And just misses inside. Sharp looking to try and get her side down to a finish here. See if she's able to. Looks like she was. Found a treble there with both of the last 2 darts. Great darts from Sharp here. Fisher looking to punish nonetheless. And finds it with his second dart to deny Porter a look at 82. As he did in the second leg. So Porter will have the honour here to try and get a leg on the board for Team Porter and Sharp, but it is controlled so far from Lorraine Hyde and Sean Fisher. Average of just under 82. See that sometimes with Sean, saw that on the World Masters stage as well. I've seen him on a couple of ADCs using the 17s to his advantage on occasion. And Sharp's just gone hot and cold here. She's been superb sometimes. Saw that 135 in the last leg, but a score of 30 there. Inconsistency, the name it does feel. She has thrown some good darts. But you do feel like the end is nigh on this Friday evening for Porter and Sharp, with Hyde and Fisher in complete control. Switch to the 19s for cover, unable to find a treble out of it though. And Hyde and Fisher have wrestled the throw away here from the all-Scottish pair. 3rd consecutive visit now for the pair with a treble involved. Leaves us on 2-1-1 after 9. And that's just not the visit you want at this particular moment in time for Jill Sharp. Can Hyde find her way back into the treble? She does. Good last start. Treble 17. Leaves her partner, I should say, on the Shanghai on 20s. And with the way he's doubling, you'd expect him to take this out here, you feel. He'll have no real pressure on him. 120 coming in for the match. 3 tops! Oh, he couldn't quite find it. Show-stopping stuff attempted from the Codfather, but he can't quite find it. Sheepish look on his face there as he walks back to leave his partner on tops for the match. You could just hear him in his ear saying he did it at the World Masters. I'm not sure we quite saw that on the stream, but impressive stuff nonetheless. Tops for the match for Lorraine Hyde. And she does find it. A superb effort on the doubles from Lorraine Hyde and Sean Fisher, and the title favourites getting off to the perfect start with a 4-0 win over Team Porter and Sharp. 83.5 average, solid stuff, and you feel like those kind of averages We'll win you a lot of matches in this format, but your final score here in the first match of the evening, and it's Lorraine Hyde and Sean Fisher who prevail by 4 legs to 0.
I'm glad you warmed up on it earlier. It's like he's the only one that got a chance to warm up on it.
We go to, if you scroll up and go to matches, that's all there. Yeah, I mean, kind of expected. Right.
I'm trying to get so people can see
The live scores.
live scores. It's not coming up.
Well, of course, the beauty of the Dart Connect format that we use here at the Aberdeen Open for the first time this year is that you can see all the scores as they go in here at the Aberdeen Open across all of our competitions this year. If you just head to tv.dartconnect.com, and Hyde and Fisher, the first 2 names through into the second round of this event, but Lorraine Elrick and David Forsyth, for example, at match points, as you can see here, over Stuart Stephen and Yvonne Quinn, 3-0 the scoreline, an average of just over 60. None quite at the stunning 83 mark we saw from Hyde and Fisher, but still some solid stuff nonetheless. Stephen Mickey and Lynn Shearer also a leg away against Patty Quinlan and Anne Hempsey. But it's a close game there. You feel like doubles may be costing them with only 3 points to split them in the averages. And Courtney McBain and Sean Ryan, the reigning and defending champions of this tournament. Sean Ryan having a fantastic year qualifying for the UK Open and the PDC. 3-2 up over Josh Roberts and Mary McShane. This is a high quality match. 70 and 62 the averages. And Ryan at the UK Open, no harm in losing to a player of the quality of Tom Sykes in the first round, making the semi-finals of the Slovak Darts Open on the Euro Tour earlier this year on his debut, showing the quality he has. So no shame in losing to that caliber of opponent. You can see the scores on your screen at the moment there. We'll keep you updated as the course of the evening and of the weekend goes on. Of course, we're live with you tomorrow and Sunday. And we're just getting word of our next match on the streaming board. We'll bring that to you as soon as possible. And of course, a thanks to all of our sponsors this year. I mean, Legend Sports Bar has been a fantastic venue for us so far, and long may it continue. We were here last year with great success. You can see our other sponsors on there as well. Special mention to Keith Blake at Amethyst Mobile Discos. If you happen to be in and around Legends tomorrow evening, he will be hosting his own disco at the conclusion of the singles action tomorrow evening. So do feel free to come and join us. I'm sure it will be a fun evening with Keith Blake as we dance the night away. And Stephen Mickey and Lynn Shearer through to the second round. 4-0 win over Patty Quinlan and Anne Hempsey, and as I say, only a point in it with the averages, so you get the sense that perhaps doubles might be costing the pair there. Elrick and Forsyth and McBain and Ryan still also on match point. We'll keep you updated. But yes, as I say, a special thank you to all of our sponsors. Now, speaking of Mr. Amethyst Mobile Discos, I believe Keith Blake is going to be gracing the Oki with our presence this evening. Blaker, as he's affectionately known. Yeah.
Lower the camera because it was a bit too high last time, eh?
Yeah, that's fine. And we'll see who those opponents are. We'll get them to you as soon as possible. You can follow all the action on Dart Connect, but with the sheer amount of players we have here this weekend, it's really difficult to keep control. So here we go. Keith Blake and Emma Carrison will be joining us shortly. And they'll be up against Goodness me. They will be up against Laura Grant and Jason Haxton. Trying to find the Grant who's actually playing, but there's 3 of them in this tournament this evening. That is proving quite tricky to find, but Keith Blake and Emma Carrison, and this is Jason Haxton on screen at the moment. And that is Laura Grant. Just going through their warm-ups at the moment. It'll be Blake and Carrison to build up whenever they're ready. And this is Keith Blake, a familiar man on the Aberdeen dart scene, of course. I often see him at the ADC vaults at the staging post on the Wednesday and a Sunday. Shout out to them. You'll often find him in the knockout stages. Some conversations. And we're about ready. Handshakes being offered as we get ready to build up. Eventually. There we go. And it will be Blaker to throw for the bull. Finds the 25. Worth noting we are playing WDF rules rather than the PDC. Not that matters in this case because Haxton throws it outside and we are good to go here. Fist bumps offered. And it'll be Keith Blake to tee us off for our second match of the evening. In case you couldn't tell what country he's from, what with the flights and the shirt he's sporting this evening, he is from Scotland, would you believe? Jason Haxton going to cover on the 19s, unable to find the treble. And this is Emma Carrison. Just adjusting to the board, you feel. Special mention to the matching attire this evening, both wearing Scotland shirts. What can Grant show off here in her first visit? Unable to find the treble. Rather uninspiring start between the 4 players so far with no treble found. Blake will be looking to put that to amends. I was going to say, Blake's not often a player you'll see shoot for cover very often. But switching to the 19s there, that could be the first of many commentators' curses this weekend. Haxton using the cover to great effect, finding our first treble of this one. Stealing the advantage in this leg, but Carrison and Blake with throw. Interesting choice to play off the 15s, not necessarily something I'd go for myself. That's why I'm sitting here and not up there, and not just because I couldn't find a pairs partner. Steady stuff from Grant. All 3 in the 20 segment. I mean, what an action on Keith Blake. Smooth like butter, you would say. Unable to find the treble on that occasion. Haxton's back in it, this time on the 20s. We've seen him go for cover a few times in this match, but solid stuff nonetheless. He's probably been the standout player in this one. And unless Carrison can find something decent here, Haxton and Grant are going to have 6 from 174 to open the account with a break of throw. Slip into the ones, but recovers it well with their first treble of the match. And this is a sterling start from Haxton and Grant here. Two darter left after 18 darts. And Blake remonstrating with the board there. Finds the treble, but a cruel bounce out. Doesn't get him down to a finish.
2 minutes. I'll mute it now.
Yeah.
I don't think you had either.
Oh, it's fine.
I think you're doing a great job.
2 big numbers missed there. Eventually recovers, but Blake should get a dart at the bull if he stays straight here. Just about stay straight with the first dart. Even better still, double 5. Just misses inside, and that means if Haxton misses, Carrison's going to have to split the 5. Tops for Haxton. Down to the double 10. Oh, he's busted his score. And you can see the look on his face there, and that allows Carrison back. Should be 1 for double 2. Finds the single. Can she find the double? It's not quite a marker. And nor is that. Tops for Grant to get a leg on the board against the throw, and she finds it with the first start. This has been, the averages don't look particularly inspiring, but this has been a solid start for Haxton and Grant. An early break of throw, and they were a leg to the good in this one. Chance to catch up on some of the scores as well. Angie Ibister and George Smith through to the second round after beating Izzy Wyatt and Ian Ray. And Courtney McBain and Sean Ryan, as I said earlier, through 4 legs to 2 against Josh Roberts and Mary McShay. And those are the scores we have confirmed so far that I haven't mentioned. Bit of a chance here for Blake and Carrison to potentially apply some pressure. If she can keep her dart straight. That's a good dart into the treble 16. I'm not sure if that was intended, but she'll take it nonetheless. 86 scored. And all of a sudden, Haxton needs something here. Slip into the 7s, not ideal at all. Fist pump there. Blake down for cover, and some of the facial expressions he's pulling do make for great value. I do have to say that. Apologies for any language you might have picked up on the mic there. Safe to say, I don't think Blake's particularly happy with that visit. 45 scored and gets them down to 299. Nothing really to split them in this leg. Some good darts and some ropey ones. Blake Haxton does come down for cover, but just whistles the wrong side of the treble 19. So not quite down to a finish here, but neither's Blake. So the girls are going to have a go at some setup shots now. It'll be Grant first from 235. That's the 5. And she doesn't even get below 200, never mind down to a finish. So if Carrison can pull off one of those visits that she did earlier on. Scoring off the 19s. Haven't really seen her shoot at the 20s in this one early on. But Haxton and Grant back on 205, they'll get 6 from it. And that's a very cruel bounce out. Leaves them no finish. Seen some very harsh bounce outs early on. Blake in the treble. Could only find one. Potential, I'd have said, to switch to the 18s there to leave a straight ton. Because if Carrison finds the treble with the first dart, she can have to shoot at double 19. Well, might be better suited to her given where she's shooting in the scoring phase, perhaps. Leaves 139. So Carrison, 98 coming in. 96 left, treble 20. That is not the treble 20. So Grant on Haxton on 139, I should say. Started on the 19s. But it's a very good setup to leave tops if Blake can't take out this 78. 12 scored, 66 left. Oh, but he's missed a big number. Stuff you cannot be doing. Missing the big number to leave a dart at the bull. And Grant's going to return for tops. She found the double in the first leg. Same target. Oh, but she makes a bit of a mess of it then. And Emma Carrison's going to have a shot at tops herself. She's not been hitting much in this one. Slips into the 1s, down 12s, 7s or 19s. All the 9. That works. Double 15. Just checking her score. 40 take away 10 is 30. Interesting choice to split and leave double 14. But it is double 7 for Haxton. And she finds it with his first dart. He's been playing fairly well on the cover this evening. I don't think the averages tell their full story so far. Firmly in the favour of Haxton and Grant in the early stages. Halfway to victory already. And it's been a miserable evening so far for Blake and Carrison. I have to say in particular, Keith Blake has not been up to his usual standard. Effective cover shooting once again from Haxton on the 19s. And a bad visit here for Carrison. Could hand the throw to Haxton and Grant here. 27 isn't going to cut it. And after only one visit, the leading pair have already stolen the darts. That's a flyer. Can't really correct it. Does with the last dart, but it's not in the treble. Grant's been pretty consistent early on, but we are starting to see some wilder darts, particularly those efforts at double. Steady darts from Keith Blake there, ton. Not been much to write home about from him this evening, but some signs of promise perhaps. Bad time to find a visit like that. Haxton's been particularly unlucky with some of his darts down at the treble 19, whistling into the 7s. But Blake and Carrison looking to steal the darts back, potentially. See if Grant can recalibrate her radar, so to speak. Does fine-tune a 20 segment. Steady enough stuff here. But ideally you're looking for all three in there to try and apply some pressure, and maybe even a treble as well if you're being bold. Going to come downstairs now. That just about sticks in the board, but not in the treble, crucially. And a ton here for Carrison. Or one treble visit. Should have to go up to the 20s now to leave a finish. Or should get two trebles. Not quite able to, but it does leave Keith Blake in a decent position. He's happy with that visit. 186 left. A treble for Grant, well, needs to be two now, and it's not going to be. Would have left her a finish. But as it happens, Blake and Carrison, 6 from 186. It's a poor visit. The way those darts lie, that first dart above the 20s, it's difficult for him to come down. Haxton's going to apply the pressure here. Interesting decision to come downstairs, but 98 scored. Leaves Grant a champagne shot if Carrison can't find the 141, and she cannot. So Grant should start on the bull here. Potentially the 60 as well, but with Blake on a finish, she does opt for the 60. Treble 14 would have left her tops if she found it with the first dart. Blake should start on the 20s on this combination. Treble isn't found. I think it's about as far away as it possibly could be, and I mean, I'm no lip reader, but you could probably tell what Keith was thinking there. 101 coming in. Double 16 for our first ton plus finish on this board. Superb stuff from Haxton to break the throw with Carrison on a potential two-darter and put Haxton and Grant a leg away. Superb stuff. Jason Haxton probably has been the pick of the bunch this evening in terms of outright numbers. You do feel like the decisive factor in this one is just Emma Carrison's inability to calibrate the radar. That said, it's a good visit. 88 scored. 2 in the double. Exhibitionism from Emma Carrison. Blake back in the treble again. Can't quite find the first 2 treble visit of this one. But 2 decent visits in a row from this team, and they're firmly in the ascendancy in this one now, unless Grant can find a couple of trebles, and, well, she's not going to do that. She's not even going to find one. What can Carrison conjure up here? A treble would be nice. Good marker to come down below. Not quite coming below that treble there. You can never really read the minds of these players. Scoring on the 10's not what I would have imagined. But it's not going to be under much pressure. Should switch now. Interesting call not to switch. I'd have switched myself. Haxton and Grant not on a finish though, to be fair to them. And there won't be. Grant hitting the same target she found in the first leg. 6 from 168 for a first leg on the board for Keith Blake and Emma Carrison. Back in the double 19 again. Blake down to a 3-darter, makeable one here as well, only needs a treble. Loose last dart from Haxton, he's not happy. Because Blake has a chance at 106, treble 18. Treble 18, Keith. So Grant now, 1-4-4 to win. First match winning opportunity of the match for this pairing. Oh, and it's just outside the treble. Would have been a fantastic way to win the match. It's only 41 scored. Should maybe switch down to the bull there as Blake and Carrison. Carrison looking for the 10s there. She'll have to go to the 20s now to leave a shot at the bull. Bit of confusion going on there. She didn't have a dart left. It's 51 scored. I think Emma Carrison failing to realise on this occasion that you throw 3 darts in a darts match and not 2. Slight confusion there. 51 scored does leave 19. Haxton for the match, and the way the combinations have been going for him, this might well go. Loose last start again. Blake's going to have to split the 19. You think it'd be 3 for double 8. It is just about. And Keith Blake gives it some superb setup shot from Carrison to leave the 19. And Keith Blake comes back to the board to get a leg on the board. It is only a hold of throw though. No, it's not. The scoreboard's not updated. It's a break. There we go. Comeback's got to start somewhere.
Alex Morrison, Rachel Mackay, Barry Summers, Shannon Leslie, board 5.
Of all the highlights you could pick out of this match, if you're Team Blake and Carrison, they're 100% on their doubles. Playing off the 19s again here. Is Carrison starting to hone that radar? Bit loose with the last start, but a vital treble nonetheless, as they look to consolidate that break of throw with a hold. Ransom a treble. Very steady darts herself to keep the pressure applied. Is he going to come down for cover now? He does, but unable to find the treble, and so that is the dart stolen by Haxton and Grant. They have the advantage. Although they might have just thrown that advantage away. Haxton maybe starting to throw a few looser darts than he had in the first few legs. Carrison really seems to find that Colin Carr on the double 19. I tell you, if this was the World Grand Prix, she'd be a mighty fine player. As it happens, she's finding that double a lot more often, and it's keeping them in this one. She could be the decisive factor in this comeback, if there is to be one. Loose from Grant, just not happy with that one, and rightfully so, because Blake with a chance to punish. It's good darts from Keith Blake. Unable to get down to a finish, but Haxton wouldn't be able to either without a treble. He has found that treble. It's not what treble he was looking for. Play it off, mate. Down to a finish. Oh, forgive me. Like that camera looked, I thought it was in a treble 18. It's not. And so it is 6 from 178 for Blake and Carrison. Carrison can't quite find that double. But 2 straight darts. Leaves Keith Blake the 137. Grant can't find the treble. High finishes each. Vital last start. Fantastic last start from Keith Blake to leave tops for Emma Carrison. And she will get a look at it. It's Haxton again with that loose last start. So tops for Emma Carrison. Just needs to correct herself. Double 10 now. Likes this side of the board. Just a bit low. It's like one of my pull-ups. 103. What a way to win it this would be. 82. Went looking for the 60. Just whistles by. 67 left. Still figuring it out. Went down to the 17s, but it's double 10 for Keith Blake, who has hit every double he has gone for so far. All one of them. Makes it all 2. Gives it some again. And if you had told me 3 legs ago that Keith Blake and Emma Carrison would have the higher average of the 2 pairs here, I'd be very impressed indeed. You'd have thought for love and money this game would have been wrapped up by now. But as it happens, the momentum is firmly with the pair. And even though Haxton and Grant have the throw in this leg, momentum can be a killer in sport. Have to admire the variance between the pair. Keith scoring on the 20s, Emma opting for the 19s. Lucky enough there's no spotter. It'll be very interesting to see how they cope. Steady darts to open from Grant and Blake. What can Carrison do in return? In the treble, both sides of the one she wants. She's got the weight on. Just the line she's missing. Haxton's not missing the line here. First 2 treble visit of this one. And it might come at a crucial time as they look to close this game out. Blake finds the treble himself to keep them within touching distance. A treble here for Grant would leave the pair on a finish. That's not going to go. Carrison would have to find 2 trebles herself. Well, it's now no longer on. So it's 6 from 217 for Haxton and Grant, but it's been a nervy encounter this one. And Haxton unable to follow up with his 2 treble visit earlier on. Does get down to a finish, but it's the second biggest. Forgive me, the mass isn't particularly good. Doesn't get down to a finish. And that treble from Blake also doesn't get him down to a finish. Keeps him within touching distance. .41 from scored from Grant definitely does get them down to a finish this time. Even with my dodgy maths. So it's 1-3-6 for the match coming in. Not much in the way of pressure. Loose last start leaves a bogey number. Haxton won't find the 1-3-6. But Grant will return with a bogey number for Blake, and he's unable to find a treble. Again, potential arguments have gone for the bull there with the last start, going the old-fashioned way, persevering on the 20s. The 96 for the match for Laura Grant. She wasn't happy with that dart. She just whistles the wrong side of the treble 20. And she just whistles the wrong side of the 19 segment on the left of both. 102 coming in for Emma Carrison. 81. She can't find this treble with the second dart. But she finds the double 19 again. She's loving it down there. There is some pressure on this to send us all the way. Blake will want 42, but Haxton will look to end it now. But he's missed a big number, and that summed up this last 2 and a bit legs. Keith Blake will look to make it the last 3 legs. Double 16. It's a marker. But he snatched it with the last dart, and he was being superb on the doubles in this comeback. But Grant is going to get 3 match darts at the top of the shop to wrap up what has been cagey but a thriller nonetheless. Tops. Double 19 now. And that's some way inside. Buster score. I think that might have been a dart at the 3 to leave double 8. But Carrison's going to get some darts at double now. She's been good on the doubles in the scoring phases. Can she find it in the finishing? Double 12 now. She does. Apologies for any language you might have picked up there, but Keith Blake's very happy with that one. Emma Carrison completely emotionless on the board, but she's got a smile on her face now. Fist bumps offered. Haxton and Grant don't look particularly impressed. Keith Blake is acting like they've just won the World Championship. As we go all the way. And a steady ton to start for Blaker. They were 3-0 down in this one as a reminder. Haxton keeps himself interested with the treble. Blake proclaiming it is his World Championship this match. And he's been playing like it the last few legs. They've turned the tide completely here. Carrison's played her part, to be fair. She's been honing in that radar pretty steadily over the last 6 legs. Started really ropey, but has found that treble 19 a bit more than we maybe would have expected after the first 3. Grant looks completely disconsolate. Steady ton again from Blako. 2 visits to the board for the big man and 2 tons. This is some way to serve the match out. And that just about sums up the last few legs for Jason Haxton. He was the player of the match in the first 3 legs, but he is just completely fallen apart and is in real danger of imploding, to be quite frank with you. Just a setup shot. She's not going to get down to a finish. She's not even going to hit a meaningful enough big number. So can Grant find a moment of magic here to keep them in? It lasts to 5, a couple of trebles here. No, it's been a disappointing last few legs for Laura Grant. So 6 from 250 for Keith Blake and Emma Carrison. Well, they're going to need more darts after that. Unable to get down to a finish. Haxton's back in the treble. He scored 5 with his last visit, as a reminder. Steady ton with this one. Doesn't get him to a finish, but applies the pressure. So Carrison's going to try and set up from 207 to lead Blake on a decent finish. That's the 7, so 200 left. 197 left. Unable to get it down to a finish there. Needed a treble or a double, to be fair. She's used the double a few times in this one. Couple trebles here perhaps for Grant. No, I was going to say a treble would have left her finish, but that straight dart into a treble 1 rendered that notion useless. Jason Haxton and Laura Grant were in complete control of this darts match. 3-0 up. Blake and Carrison looked all at sea. But Blake in particular has really turned it on in the last few legs. They're not out of this one though. But it's the first match winning opportunity manufactured, and it's the 139. unable to get it going. So Haxton and Grant, and it'll be Laura Grant who will get a match-winning opportunity herself. Vital last dart from Emma Carrison, to the delight of the spectators. Leaves a potential 2-darter for Keith Blake, and the 1-4-8 is not going to go. So to complete the turnaround, where does he look? I look at the 10s. He agrees, but he strays into the 6. Tops for the match to complete the turnaround, and it's a match dart missed for Keith Blake. Now, Jason Haxton has provided some big trebles at decent times. From the 7, so 98. But he can't find a treble, which would have left double 19. 60 left, so Emma Carrison to win the match. Top of the shot. Needs to bring it over to the left just a bit. Oh, it's not what she wanted. 22 scored. Leaves his partner 18 if he returns. Grant's missed 3 match darts. She's going to get 2 more. That's certainly a dart. She's lucky not to bust it, but the double 10 left a lot to be desired. So double 9 needs to split now. Double 8, double 4 even, just about. 2 further match darts missed. And Jason Haxton to wrap it up. Keith Blake's disconsolate. He thinks it's all over. It is now, and he gives it some as well. Superb from Jason Haxton. Himself and Laura Gann looked completely in control even of this one, 3-0 up. But Keith Blake and Emma Carrison with a superb comeback to take it to the last leg. The ice in the veins of Jason Haxton to win it in the last leg decider, surviving multiple match darts. And it just proves to you that you don't need these. Who needs the world match play? Who needs these ton-plus averages to have a good game of darts? Superb stuff. Haxton and Grant progress by 4 legs to 3.
Is this live? It's a live.
Refresh.
Next on the student board, we will have Stephen Mickey, Linda Sheeter, viewing calendar, Jackie Dempster, board 11.
Well, action already on the way in the last 32 of this particular competition, and Kel McKinnon and Jamie McCabe making a good start, 2-0 up over Christopher Mackey and Louise Milne, and Barry Summers and Sharon Leslie leading by the same scoreline over Rachel Mackay and Alexander Morrison. Special mention to my partner in commentary for this evening. I'm sure he will be joining us at some point, Simon Moyer. You can see him down right at the bottom there. Currently 3 legs to do down alongside Christy Stephen to Kenneth Gauck and Tony Stewart, and I can confirm, having been on the losing end of a defeat to Kenneth at the ADC a couple of weeks back, he's a good player. Some other big names through. Greg McCarty's through, 4-1 win with Emily Davidson. As we get some more action on the stream. Coming up with the warm-up darts. Any more results of note? Sean Adams and Morgan Perry through with in the last leg over Mark Cowie and Emma Casey Bethune. And 2 of the bar staff hero legends, Brookie and Elise, unable to get over the winning line against David Grant and Sybil Grant, the 2 other Grants in this competition that I was struggling to find. Bit of a shock for you. Michael Thompson made the semi-finals of the Scottish Open earlier this year. He and Christine Hyde are out to Jackie Dempster and Ewan Callender. Michael only averaging 47 in that game. Just waiting for a chalker here. It'll be one of Blaker and Emma to mark from here. There is the tendency to, I quote, forget these things sometimes, but we'll see if we can get the marker over. See if we can also find our next match on this board. We have been picking and choosing matches. We haven't been staying with one consistent board the entire time. I'm just going to get this scoreboard updated. I'm not going to be chalking. I'm going to get the board updated for you. And Keith Blake does take the walk of shame that nobody wants to as we reach the last 32 stage of this competition. And it's going to be Stephen Mickey and Lynn Shearer taking on Jackie Dempster and Ewan Calendar, the pair I was just talking about, having beaten Michael and Christine. So it'll be Stephen to throw for the bull. Outside, but it's a very good marker blocker to cover up the bull for Ewan to try and come up over. But it's a very good dart from Ewan Calendar to win the bull. And as we saw in the last match, that could prove vital. So Calendar with the honour to kick us off. Mickey and Shearer whitewashing Patty Quinlan and Anne Hempsey this evening, earlier in their first match for reference. But it's a good start from Calendar, 79. But good darts from Mickey on cover. So this is Jackie Dempster. We'll have to switch for cover now the way her darts lie. But completing the four-player lineup here, we have Lynn Shearer scoring off of the 19s. It's a decent effect.
Board 4, Angie Ice Blaster, George Smith, Lorraine Hyde, Sean Fisher. Board 4, please.
It's very smooth, sort of languid action from Calendar, but it's working well so far. 2 trebles found in the first 2 visits.
Board 9,
Mickey found a treble in his first visit. Can he do the same again in this one?
Thomas, Jason Haxton,
Unable to with the
Laura
cover.
Grant, Andrea Carr, Scott Thompson, Jason Haxton, Laura Grant. Board 9, please.
Unable to find the big number is Dempster. What can Shearer deliver? That floats into the 17s. Going up the board for the first time and swiftly deciding it's not for her and going straight back down. Calendar unable to find the treble. And acting as if he's thrown a 26. Mickey's going to come downstairs now. But he can't find the treble. So Dempster and Calendar with the advantage early on. 2-1-8. They're going to have 6 darts from it. Dempster will look to set her partner up with a decent finish. And finish in general now. She's unable to. So what can Shearer do in response?
Could Anne Hempsey come to the desk, please?
Steady darts. But a bit of a miscount. Perhaps should have switched to the 18s. To leave a finish, but it's a bogey number left for Mickey regardless, and she really should have switched to the 18s because it's a treble from Calendar. 80 scored leaves 113 for Dempster on her return. Loose first start from Mickey comes immediately downstairs, but it's a bit of a loose start again, and can't locate the treble with his last. So Jackie Dempster with the first finishing opportunity of the match. 94 left. She'll look to the treble 18. Maybe staying on the 18s. Those were 2 attempted darts for the 18s. Keith Blake running the numbers. Shearer's going to have first look at the 1-2-4, but that opportunity immediately disappears with that first dart into the 5 segment. But it's a vital last dart into the treble to put real pressure on Ewan Calendar here. See what double he likes. That wasn't the intended dart because he's going to have to burn another. All manner of missed darts here happening. We can't quite find it. Not quite sure that was the aim. Double 12 to leave double 10. Mickey's missing the big number now. Scarpa's back to leave tops.
Louise Hepburn, Mark McKinnon.
And a dart missed a double for both, and now it's the ladies' turn to try and clean up. Dempster with first look at double 10. Having to move along the hockey bit, but it's a decent little marker if she can come off the barrel. It's the wrong side. 3 well thrown darts from Jackie Dempster, but no reward for it, perhaps cruelly. Now it's tops for Shearer. Shearer! That was a great marker, double 10. Oh, very unlucky. Both of them with good darts at the outer ring, but no cigar. So both on double 10, it'll be Calendar with first look. Up to double 5 now, can't afford to come inside. Has to attack it now. 2 incredibly well thrown darts there, but again, no reward for it. What can Mickey do? Double 10. He's not moving. Still not moving. He doesn't need to move. It's a good last dart. Clutch from Stephen Mickey, and it's an early break of throw for himself and Lynn Shearer. And Mickey straight back in the treble now. Can he fill it up to find the first maximum on this board? No, but it's a good 2 treble visit nonetheless. Can Calendar find our first maximum on this board? Can he? Shearer thinks so. Oh! The board teased us. Had a few bounce outs on this board early on. He doesn't look impressed. Shearer won't find the first maximum visit on this board, that's for sure. The steady starts from both players in this leg. Dempster looking to pick up where Calendar left off. Mickey hit a 139 with his first visit. He's staying on the 20s. Maybe should have come down the stairs. Had to move the long way across the hockey there and couldn't find the 20 he needed. This has been a superb leg from the 2 boys so far. But he whistles alongside this Calendar of the treble 20 with his last dart. Just give us the 180 at this point, one of yous, please. .29 scored, is unable to leave Mickey a finish, so it's advantage Dempster and Calendar to break straight back. 6 from 201. Yeah, leaves a bogey number. So 6 from 204 now for Mickey and Shearer. Down for cover. Very good last start to leave 108 for Shearer. And as someone who plays off of the 19s, this particular finish might suit her. Calendar on 169, so can't finish. I was going to say he did a decent job of trying to leave a double for his partner. Just slips into the 5 with the last start. For a player that starts on the 19s so often, the effort of Lynn Shearer to go 20s on 108 is a baffling one. Because 87 coming in for Dempster. Should look at the 17 segment. 84 now. Oh, just the wrong side of 60. Would have left double 12. 19s or 15s. Went for the treble 19 to leave double 12, but leaves 62 instead. So Mickey will start on the 16s here, or the 8s, just that general area of the board. Went treble 8 to leave tops, so it's fat 16 for the same target. And it looked to be a leg that was falling out of the grips of Mickey and Shearer, but some good darts at double from Stephen Mickey, consolidating the break with a hold. And Mickey and Shearer halfway to victory in this one.
Board 1, Kelly Jolly, Lewis McKenzie, Elena Caniz, Nikki Thors. Board 1.
KG start to the leg for both, after a phenomenal start to the last leg for both opening players here. Very good last start from Dempster. Gets the treble.
Board 7, Greg McCarthy, Emily Davidson, Kenny Gow, Tony
And Shearer not really offering much in response. Commentator's curse number 2 of the evening. She is. It's the treble herself. The ladies showing the boys how it's done in this leg. And Calendar's back into the 1 segment twice there. Mickey's returning to the 60, where he likes to be the most. Cuts off the 5 as well for good measure if he can return to the 60 there. Oh, Dempster's back in the treble. Can't quite follow up from that incredible first start.
You go to board 8, please. Sandy Innes, board 8.
Shearer unable to follow up her 81 with a visit of meaningful significance. Calendar back in the 60 will have to come downstairs now. That second dot's really loose. Hooks at the 17s, but unable to find the treble. Mickey can't find can't get his partner down to finish himself, unable to locate a treble. So Dempster found a couple of big trebles in this leg. Can she find another? No, it's a big slip. Does get down to a finish, but a bit of a fluke. 164 left for Calendar. Shearer back in the treble. But it's a harsh bounce out again. Leaves Mickey on a finish nonetheless. So 2 big finishes for the boys to contend with here. The 164 won't go. Persevering on the 20s. Wanted to leave 64 there with his last start, but it's a loose one once again. And so the 155 for Mickey for a double break. Unable to locate the 60 with left in 95. Going to come back to the 20s now with his last. So Dempster should start on the 19s here. Hopefully will start on the 19s here. Yeah, I was going to say any other big number wouldn't have left her a finish. So 96 coming in for Shearer. That's in the 1, so treble 19 will be the next target. For double 19. Oh, what a checkout. Phenomenal stuff from Lynn Shearer. The 96. The unorthodox route as well. Loose first start, but recovered it well with our last 2. 95 and 2. And that is a double break of throw. So Stephen Mickey is going to start this leg to throw for the match. Superb stuff from Lynn. And they're playing very well in this match. Beautiful dart from Stephen Mickey. Now averaging above the 60 mark. Calendar's been good in fits and starts, but he hasn't been quite consistent enough, you feel. Good last start from Lynn there on the treble 17. This is really good stuff from Shearer. The best sporting Shearer I know. Dempster unable to really get going in this one. She had a decent last leg. Good start to it at least with a couple of visits in the treble. And that's harsh on Mickey. 3 really well thrown darts, but all above the treble. So what can Calendar provide here? Nothing of note. So Mickey and Shearer have absolutely steamrolled this leg here to whitewash Dempster and Calendar here. It's a bit of a slip from Shearer, though. It does leave her partner a bogey number, which means it'll be the lady who just took out 96 who will have the first match winning opportunity. We won't talk about that visit from Dempster. What can Mickey tee her partner up on? Finds a very big treble with the last start. leaves a potential 2-darter. 68 coming in for Lynn Shearer.
Innes, you're meant to be playing on board 8. Sandy Innes, board 8, please. This is your last call.
She's just checked out 96. Can she find the 68? She'll start on the treble 20. 17 for Bull now.
She's got all the blood background and stuff.
Well, 65 left. Oh, but she's too perfect. She is too perfect there. Went searching for the 25, but found the middle of the board. Mickey should get 2 match darts. Dempster needed 2 trebles to get her partner down to finish, unable to even locate 1. So 7 for double 4 should be the route. Finds the big number. Can he find the double? Oh, it's a big slip there. And Dempster will rue that last visit, unable to leave her partner on a finish at all. Because Calendar's back in the treble here. Fill it up. He's unable to. Would have been our first maximum on the streaming board. Lynn Shearer has been superlative on the outer ring this evening, but she's busted her score. So Jackie Dempster from out of nowhere has a chance to win a leg here. Should start with 60. Good marker for the treble. Oh, but she's loose with the last, with the second even. 107 left. There's the 7 to leave a straight ton. Third shot of this 15 here now for Mickey and Shearer. Match darts again for Stephen Mickey. He hit double 13 with his first dart in the last visit. It's double 4. Double 2 can be a tricky one. Can't bust. But it's just outside. And so from absolutely nowhere, Calendar and Dempster have no right to win this leg whatsoever, but they might well do so. 16s or 20s. 25 and Bull, surely. He went the old-fashioned route, treble 17 for double 12. But it didn't work out, so more match darts incoming. Double 2. Can she work her way in there? She's got 2 to deal with. Oh, it's a very well thrown last dart over the top, but no reward. Jesus, she proclaims. Looking to the heavens for some form of reprieve from that last visit. Tops just about. That's nearer the treble, but she's kept it outside, so double 10 for a leg. Scrappy stuff here from the 2 pairs. Can Mickey finally wrap this up on double 2? And they were averaging in the 60s at one point. A superb 96 checkout from Lynn Shearer. Eventually, after a really scrappy performance, it is Shearer and Stephen Mickey that wrap up a whitewash win over Jackie Dempster and Ewan Calendar, 4-0 with an average of just shy of 55. Not their best stuff. Their average did take a bit of a hit in that last leg there with multiple missed match darts. Dempster and Calendar will rue their chances at the outer ring. They had shots to get a few legs on the board, but Mickey and Shearer, the deserved winners, and they progress to the last 16 here this evening. Speaking of progression to the last 16, tv.dartconnect.com. Kel McKinnon and Jamie McCabe are through after beating Christopher Mackey and Louise Milne 4-1. Sharon Leslie and Barry Summers also progressed with a 4-2 win over Rachel Mackay and Alexander Morrison. And as we saw there, Stephen Mickey and Lynn Shearer joining them with a 4-0 whitewash over Jackie Dempster and Ewan Calendar. And just joining them, we've just had the match start come in from Lorraine Hyde and Sean Fisher, who we saw on the stream board earlier this evening, averaging 83. Only a 71 average for them. I'm sure they won't be that upset as they whitewash Angie Ispister and George Smith. And Lorraine Ellery and David Forsyth also getting over the line just now with the match shot going in a 4-1 win over Ross Murray and Anne Brown, despite Murray and Brown having the higher average, doubles perhaps costing them there. Andrea Carr and Scott Thomas on match point over Jason Haxton and Laura Grant, 3-1 up with an average of 75. Very impressive stuff. We saw Haxton and Grant on the streaming board earlier, 3-0 up over Keith Blake and Emma Carrison. Blaker and Carrison brought it back to 3 apiece, but they got over the line in the last leg decider. It looks like Haxton and Grant will have to launch a similar comeback. if they want to overcome Carr and Thomas with an average of 75 at the moment. I'm interested to see what they averaged in the first round, actually. Lastly decided a win over Sarah Stephen and Luke Manson. And both averages below 60, so this really has come out of nowhere for them. But a sterling performance so far. You can see all the scores as they go in, as I say, on tv.connect.com. Head to events in the Aberdeen Open.
Board 11 is Stacey Clancy, Thomas Milne, Lauren Hudson, and Leyland Hudson.
Because he started, because now obviously Kieran and that's moved up.
Ryan West.
Yes, Ryan West.
He's very, very good.
He is good.
We've got our next match ready to go on the streaming board, or it's just been called out. You'll hear the board calls behind us. The three ladies, Sharon Leslie, Paula Bain, and Christine High, doing a superb job of running this tournament across the weekends. And our next match on the streaming board will see.
Board 3, Ryan
I'll wait for them to finish.
Sarah Binney, Ali Fox, Adam King. Board 3.
So the next match on the streaming board will see some form of family affair, I'd assume. The two Hudsons, Wayland and I'm trying to get the name of the other.
Board 4, Stephen Webster, Yvonne
We'll let them finish.
Flynn, Lewis Beatley, Trisha Walton. Board 4.
So these are the Hudsons, I'm led to believe. Wayland. And some t'other one who I can't quite figure out the name of as of yet. Darknet can be a difficult system to navigate sometimes. Okay, these are two teams that got a bye into the second round. They haven't actually played their first round match. This is their first appearance, and it'll be on the streaming board. In looking for the other Hudson's name, I could have just looked at a dart shirt. That's probably the best way of doing it. Warren Hudson and Leyland Hudson up against Thomas Milne and his partner Stacey Clancy, who's just throwing at the moment. Seen a few thrillers on this board so far. Lorraine Hyde starting and Sean Fisher starting off with a whitewash win with an average of just shy of 84. And then Keith Blake and Emma Carrison fighting off a comeback from, staging a comeback from 3-0 down, threatening to win the match, but ending up on the losing side in the deciding leg. And we've just seen a match where doubles have cost both teams greatly, but that 96 checkout from Lynn Shearer will go down in folklore on this particular stream and in this particular commentator, as they got over the line, as herself and Stephen Mickey got over the line in a whitewash win over Jackie Dempster and Ewan Calder. And it will be Jackie who'll return to mark, so we'll get this game underway momentarily. So it's Warren and Leyland Hudson against Thomas Milne and Stacey Clancy. Just seeing those warm-up darts at the moment. Simon Moore is out, my partner in commentary, who has still not decided to show face data this evening. A 4-2 loss alongside Christy Stephen against Kenneth Gauck and Tony Stewart. So as I say, first match of the evening for these two pairs. Don't have any previous form to go off of. Just get the scoreboard updated for you momentarily. Annoyingly enough, the marker hasn't clicked start match yet, which would be a handy thing to do. I think the players have just realised they're on the TV. I don't think they're particularly happy. Getting ready to build up now, are we? Confusion. Start match is clicked by the marker. Or just waiting for the marker to set up. And we will throw for the ball now, and it'll be Thomas stepping up. And we'll see who throws first. It looks like it'll be Lauren who will throw the dart for the Hudsons. Lauren opting to keep it in. And I don't think it would have made much of a difference in the end. So Be Thomas Milne. Thomas Milne to get us underway in this one. And we're underway. In the treble early on. What can Hudson offer up in response? I'm going to have to specify whether it's Lauren or Leyland in my pronunciations, but I hope you, the viewer, can perhaps tell which one's which. There's a wild dart from Lauren, goes into the double 5. So we'll get Stacey Clancy's first recorded darts now. And she's in the treble. Acts as if she's been stung by a wasp with that last dart. But it's a great first one. And Leyland Hudson, and we'll see in the back of his shirt, known as the Trim. Superb nickname. And what a shirt as well. Straight out of the 1980s, that one. So Milne and Clancy both finding a treble with their first dart. First visit, I should say. Milne unable to the second. Massive barrels he's got. Proper bomber darts he's using. Laura opting for more sleeper ones. I'll draw you, no. I'm sure you do, cunt.
Board 2, Cal McKinnon, Jamie McCabe, Shadow Wesley, Bonnie Summers.
So Clancy finding a treble again there. And Lauren Hudson found a treble as well, whilst I wasn't looking. Leyland with a wild first start into the 12 segment. Unable to recalibrate the radar into the treble. 230 is a good number to be on. And Mill looking to make most of it. Steady ton. And we'll see whether Clancy should opt to go for the bill or not, depending on what Lauren can leave Leyland here. 85 score doesn't get them down to a finish. So even if Clancy finds a treble, she shouldn't go for the bill, and she doesn't. Stays on the 20s. With 90 left though, maybe a switch to the 18s or the 10s would have sufficed. But 18s or the bill, I should say. Milne will start on the 18s or the 10s here. Disappointing visit for Leyland. Where does he look? Looked at the 18s, 69 left. That's the double. Remains to be seen whether he would have gone for the bill or not, with Laura Leyland not down to a finish yet. Double 6 left for Clancy. Don't think Thomas particularly happy with that leave. Laura just looking to leave Leyland handy in case he gets the chance to come back. Steady darts. 3 in a bed. So double 6 for Clancy for the opener, and that is about as far away from double 6 as you could possibly get. And she's busted the score. Leyland looking to start on the 20s there. 4 of them would have left double 18. But it's a very poor visit. So he left double 6. He's going to have to take it out. And he's gone the other side. Stacey was in the 13s, Thomas is in the 10s, and Laura's got a chance at the 107. Options as to where to start. 88 left. Now 87. So double 6. They've hit the 13s, they've hit the 10s. Can they hit that double? Has to move over. Can clatter off those barrels and does so. Great last start. Clutch from Stacey Clancy for an opening hold of throw. Match hasn't offered up too much so far. There's some decent early visits from Milne and Clancy, but those issues on the doubles have cost them in the averages department, averaging just a shade over 50. But Milne's got a lovely action, so smooth. And he's in the treble again with the first visit. Well, he has a nice action, leans over quite a lot. Perhaps costing him. He's a quick player as well. Maybe if he took that extra second to compose himself, might pay some dividends. An orthodox throw from Stacey. Staying on the 20s there, inexplicably. Treble, it's completely blocked. Some interesting board management decisions from Stacey Clancy early on in this one, it does have to be said, but crucially, she's a leg to nil up alongside Thomas. And that's what matters at the end of the day, getting more legs than your opponent, something I'm not particularly well versed in. Slip into the 5s there, keeps the Hudsons with the advantage. Was just looking through Leyland's record at the ADC vaults, and yeah, I remember correctly, they managed to get to a semi-final at Legends Bar, which is a difficult vault to get through at the best of times. Ended up losing out to Paul Cooper in that semi-final. Lauren's played quite a few of the WADC vaults that Legends host on a Thursday, that tend to be won somehow, I don't know how, but by Lorraine Hyde, former world master. Unable to find the treble there. And so the Hudsons, we're going to have quite a few darts from 158. And they are going to have more than 3 at it. So Laura's going to return for 107 as she did in the first leg. Apologies for any language you might have picked up. Stacey offering her sincere apologies. And I think that might have put Laura off. 106 left. Isn't going to go in 2 darts. Distraction techniques may have worked there. But it'll be 68 coming in for Leyland. Fantastic readjustment after missing the board altogether from Milne to find the treble. Should start in the 20s. Might start in the 16s. Does, so double 10. Wild dart and ends up busting his score. I mean, I suppose it's better than missing inside, I guess. 136 for Clancy. Unable to get it going. Restraining herself much better there than she did with the last visit. So 68 now for Lauren. She starts on the 20s but drags it in. Should go 15s for Bull here with Milne on. That is a... I don't think Lauren quite knows what she's on. Unless she's playing mind games and is suggesting Thomas isn't going to check this 102. $82 left. But looking for the Bull. Now, an interesting debate there whether he should have gone for the Bull in the first place. I mean, it doesn't matter. Bit of confusion with the scoring there. Hudson's missed 2 big numbers. Mark is just playing catch up there. And you can tell it's a good leg of darts when both teams are left on 21 and 17. It's going to be double. Well, well, it's not going to be double 9. It's going to be a bust of score. Can Hudson clean up this very scrappy leg? 1 for double 8, you'd think, although we don't know her preference really. She does find a big number, so double 8. Fantastic correction. The nonchalance with the finger and everything. Superb stuff. Fantastic correction. Was lucky not to bust for score with the first start at double. Managed to correct it superbly. And we're all equal. I think both teams will be hoping to pick it up. In the ensuing legs, not exactly encouraging signs from Milne there. Somewhere in between now, Lauren. No, back up to the top she goes. It is a 60. Stacey opting to score on the double 5. And Leyland unlucky not to find the treble there. Scrappy stuff, it does have to be said. You'd think with those massive darts that Milne throws, that first dart of a 20 would be a complete blocker, but no, he perseveres. Not many cover shots, it does have to be said, between these 4 players. Laura looking to stack on top. You can probably count on one hand the amount of times they've gone down to 19s in the scoring phase. I really hope Stacey, judging by her shirt, she probably get some cows in the room. Good treble from Leyland. I think that's his first of the match. And in a match of this affair, it might be the odd treble here and there that makes the difference, because this match hasn't exactly caught the light. I hope that wasn't Thomas opting to score off the bull. 2-2-5 then for Hudson. Can't take it out, can't set it up. Should come down now. Oh, I'm loving it. It's great. It's so fun. Again in the double 5 for Stacey. It must be a magnet up there of some form. Does eventually recover to find the 20s, but it could be too little too late. Hudson's got a good chance to set this up. Leyland Hudson, I should specify, although I'm not sure I need to. Does the Emma Carrison and finds the double 19. 119 left for Laura. And I hope to all God she starts this combination on the 19 segment. No, she doesn't.
Board 7, Lorraine Hyde, Sean Fisher, Andrea Carr, Scott Thomas. Board 7.
Yeah. So 72 for Leyland.
Games are grown very quickly, so you could be
It's a
off
marker.
and straight back on again.
Another one of those will leave double 16. Exhibitionism from the two Hudsons here. Laura going 20s on 119. And
Board 9, Sean Adams, Morgan Penny.
Leyland going for
Board
tops for
8,
double
Sean
16
Ryan.
with 3
Board
darts in
9.
hand. It is double 16 as it happens. Laura's been good on this segment of the board, but she'll leave the same target she hit in that second leg, and it's an outside chance for Stacey. That chance quickly evaporates as she opts to score off of the 11th segment. So double 8 now for Leyland. Laura hit it in the first leg. Leyland does not hit it in the second leg. He busts a score, and now Thomas has a chance at 118. Treble needed. Unable to find it. Should switch to the 18s and does, but no treble found. So double 8 again for Lauren. It's a target she hit in the second leg to equalise this for a break of throw. And she finds it. Lauren Hudson has been mustered on double 8. There's been not much else to write home about, but the double 8 hitting has been superb to her credit. So it's a break of throw for the Hudsons with an average of 47.3. Steady darts. Thomas finds a good dart there with the last steady ton. Those darts struggling to get out of the board. Leyland's it's just been a bit inconsistent from Leyland. He's had some wild darts into the 12s and 5s. He has had a couple of highlights. Found the treble 20 on a few occasions, but maybe a switch to the 19s might be advised at some point down the line, because he's finding that 5s and 12s a lot more than he isn't. Good treble in there from Lauren, but unable to find much else outside of it. But again, as I say, in a match where both teams are averaging below 50, one treble could be a deciding factor. Clancy and Milne doing a decent job of keeping with the Hudsons here. They've scored the most with 9 darts, but Hudson with the advantage of throw. Again, a wild dart. Found the 19 successfully with the first dart. He's found that 5s more than he's found the 20s, I feel. What can Stacey offer up? In between there, Stacey. No, not outside the board. If there are any budding video editors out there, I feel like we need some edits cut out of facial expressions of Stacey Clancy and Keith Blake from this evening. Lauren in the treble again, but a wild last start there. But a couple of trebles for Clancy would leave a finish. And that's not going to happen. So you'd back Leyland to leave a finish for his partner here from 209. What kind of finish, that's yet to be found. Two wild darts at the end there, but scoring off of the treble 5 to leave the 167. Clancy hit the double to win the first leg, but she's fallen off the boil quite a bit since that point. 167 coming in for Hudson, and it's on. It's not anymore. She's found the treble on every visit to the board she's had in this leg. She's just offered up relatively little else outside of it. That's the only issue. But Leyland will have a look at the 83. Treble 17. 66 left. So should look at the 16s. I promise you that was a look at the 16s. Now should go to the 10s. Persevering on the 16s. Treble 10 would have left double 18. An outside chance now for Clancy. Starting on the 19s on 155. So single to double for Lauren Hudson. It's not going to be the double 8 she's hit twice tonight. Could go 20 for double 18. Or 16 for tops. She's close to that double 8 again. Apologies for any visual gestures you may have seen on the live stream on this occasion. 110 for Milne. 90 left. Staying on the 20s. Interesting choice. Bull might have been the shout there to leave a better double if you heavy it, but treble would have double 15. Double 16 now for Hudson. He has missed inside, but he's not left his partner double 8, he's left a double 12. Chance now. Chance is off. I'm not sure whether she was going for the 20s or the 18s there. But it is double 12 by any rate for Lauren Hudson to go a leg away from victory. G's herself up. That's not double 12. 15 left, so 7 for double 4, you'd think. Working it out. I don't know what she was thinking. I can't offer any analysis on that visit. Some of the counting has been dubious at best, to say the least. Milne looking at tops, misses out inside. Scarpers to leave double 10. But Leyland Hudson wants double 12. It's not exactly a marker, neither is that. That's more of a marker, but it's a shame he doesn't have any more darts at it. Stacey Clancy hit double 6 to win her team the first leg. That's in the surround, you can't see it. That's in the numbering. And that is closer to the treble than it is the double. Certainly a visit of darts, that. Will Milne get a look at double 5? Hudson's going to have a look at double 7. There was a brief look at the scores there to see whether she should split.
Board 2, Stephen Mickey, Lynn Shearer, Kelly Jolly, Lewis McKenzie.
So it's double 5 for Thomas Milne. Has to split now. Just about finds the one, double two. Leyland Hudson not happy with that dart. And we are back equal once again, and it is a break of throw. This match has been going for some 20 minutes. We are at 2 legs apiece.
Board 1, Jason Goff, Alan Hensey, Lorraine Elric, Dave Forsyth. Board 1.
Oh, got a few issues with the tablet. Do apologise for any issues we're having at the moment. The tablet has just glitched out somewhat, so we're just looking to rectify that as soon as possible. And we are back in now, so score of 34 for Thomas Milne. Should be Laura Hudson to throw at the start of this leg, but Leyland's gone up anyway. You can stick your world match play as far as I'm concerned. This is where all the action is here at Legends Bar. It's a 2-treble visit for Stacey Clancy. Surprised she hasn't got a phone out there.
Folks, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. We're in the last 16. So we are going to try and move the games upstairs. So if you are waiting to mark downstairs and you just lost, you'll be able to come upstairs. You won't be marking.
Treble found for Lauren Hudson. I have just been rejected for a high five by Stacey Clancy after that fantastic score of 129. And in case you haven't noticed, we are back on throw in this one. So, I mean, I'm not particularly sure that the throw matters in a match where both teams are averaging below 50. But it is Clancy and Milne with the advantage. Stacey Clancy is just watching back her 2-treble visit on the TV before she goes up to throw. Can she follow up with a 3-treble visit? Tell her. Stacey doesn't need to correct the marker here. She has scored 129. It's not going to be a 2-treble visit here. Hudson back in the treble, but she's only able to find 1 treble at a time. Good evening. I'm looking to interact with the chat somewhat. If you head to the Aberdeen Darts Open Facebook page, Tail Gunner, you can find all the prize money there. Entries are open on the day, so if you're in the Aberdeen area and you're not entered, get yourself down to the singles tomorrow. Youth Open and Women's, prize money to be won. I will be playing, and I will be losing in the first round, so we'll be back to this commentary box sooner rather than later. But yes, get yourself to the Aberdeen Darts Open Facebook page and find all the information, including prize money. Yeah, I was just saying, go look at the Aberdeen Darts Open Facebook page, yeah. Some support for Stacey in the chat, good to see. Vital last start in the treble 19 there for Lauren Hudson. A reminder, if they were to win this leg, the Hudsons, they'd break the throw and be throwing for the match. Milne's looking to put any stop to that, but that's a bad first start into the ones. He's going to have to switch from there, surely. I don't think he had double 19 in mind. He ends up outside the board. And so, barring some minor miracle from Stacey Clancy, it's 6 from 110 for the Hudsons. 90 left. Staying on the 60. Seen that a few times in this match. Bull or 18s usually would be the play, but this is the 3rd time. It is. It is, yeah. The 167 doesn't go. So 69 left for Hudson to break the throw and go a leg away. Assessing her options here. Could go treble 19 for double 6. I'm not quite sure where that was. Oh, that would have been... Just misses the bull by the smallest of margins. Would have been a real moment of quality there. Milne wants 114. And that opportunity swiftly disappears. 90 left. That was a dart at the 18s, but he snatched that completely. I don't know what's going on either, I'll be honest. 25 left. That was a dart at the 9s or the 5s, I'm not quite sure. 12 scored. And that was a dart at the 1. Big numbers missed twice from Leyland Hudson. Can Clancy find a 77? Double 10. And she can. 2 further darts missed for another leg on the board from Stacey Clancy. Can Lauren do what Leyland didn't and clean up the 25? There's a marker to come inside of, I guess, for double 8. And she's just whistled it outside. She's hit that target twice this evening for the 2 legs that the Hudsons have won. Thomas Mill wants double 10. And they're all outside, getting further away from the target as the visit went on there. Lauren Hudson's been superior on double 8. Can Leyland? It's a marker. And it's a beautiful second dart coming in off the marker to break the throw. And Lauren Hudson and Leyland Hudson throwing out for this match. Stacey Clancy made to rue those 2 missed darts at double 10 after she found the treble 19. And Lauren's back in the treble again. Lauren during the scoring has been very good. It's just been the doubles and Leyland's subpar scoring that perhaps cost this team getting this game wrapped up sooner rather than later. Good to see Tail Gunner liking everybody. That's good to see. We have a pacifist in the chat. That's nice. First start looked a decent marker for the treble, but he's gone closer to tops then. Can Stacey recalibrate herself? No, she can't quite. This is darts heritage, I believe is the term. Chat going absolutely wild for this darts match. Great to see. Leyland, Lauren, Stacey and Thomas serving up an absolute feast for our eyes. Cover shot to the 19s. That's out the board. There is men's and women's events tomorrow afternoon as well. For those not eligible for the youth category. I was going to say old people, that's slightly harsh. Those not eligible for the youth categories, as Leyland finds a good dart at treble 19. 92 scored. Stormdog, Stacey's annoyed you've spelt her name wrong. She's just informed me she's joking. She's had me there. There's no E apparently. There's no E in Stacey apparently. Joppo. She might be having us on here. I'm very gullible, it does have to be said. Events overshadowing this incredible darts match. Chat's been kicking off at this game, by the way.
For Stacey.
For everyone. They've been loving it. 6 from 162 for the match. The players are loving this, by the way. Our commentary box is situated right behind the board, so they're coming looking at the chat. So do feel free to get the messages in, messages of support for our players. But the Hudsons should have this wrapped up. They're going to have 6 darts at least from 107, possibly more. 68 left.
Up here for £2 a square. There is 3 prizes.
48 left.
If you'd like one, come up to the desk.
Can Mill finish with a flourish? She finds the treble with the first dart. Doesn't get down to finish bogey number. So tops for the match. And Leyland Hudson finds its way his first start to end an absolute barnstormer of a darts match.
I kill it!
Any words of wisdom, Stacey? Come in, come in. Are you sure?
You can rock them. That's the last part.
It's moments like these why I want to go into darts commentary full time. It does have to be said. A 4-2 win for Leyland and Lauren Hudson. An absolute thriller over Stacey Clancy and Robert and Thomas Mills. Stick with us, we'll be back. The Hudson's progressed to the last 16 with an average of just shy of 48. We'll be back on very shortly. tv.dartconnect.com, by the way, if you want to keep up with the scores around the boards this evening as we head to the last 16 stages of this mixed pairs tournament. We're going to play up to the semi-finals, and the two finalist teams will play on Sunday evenings at finals night. Action already underway in the last 16, actually. In fact, Lorraine Hyde and Sean Fisher are a leg away from getting it wrapped up over Andrea Carr and Scott Thomas for 3-1 up. Lewis Beagley and Tricia Walton in a last leg decider with Stephen Webster and the so-called Player 1. I'm not quite sure who Player 1 is. I'll try and find that information if they get onto the streaming board. Our first team into the quarterfinals and 2 legs away from a stage appearance on Sunday are Sharon Leslie and Barry Summers. They've beaten Kel McKinnon and Jamie McCabe by 4 legs to 1 with an average of 73.93. Very solid stuff. We're yet to see them on the streaming board tonight. We could well see them on the streaming board in their quarterfinal. They're through. Courtney McBain and Sean Ryan, the reigning champions in this event, a leg away as well from booking their quarterfinal berth. 3-0 up over Sean Adams and Morgan Perry. The other last 16 games currently ongoing. Stephen Mickey and Lynn Shearer, who we just saw on that streaming board earlier, currently a leg to 0 down over Kelly Jolly and Lewis McKenzie. And David Forsyth and Lorraine Elric a leg to the good against Sandy Innes and Player 3. tv.dartconnect.com is the website. You're going to head to events once you reach the homepage, and you're going to find the Aberdeen Open. And you can look at all the scores, all the statistics, all the match reports. It's all there right for you if you wish to peruse the stats and statistics. A reminder, stay with us tomorrow and the rest of this evening. And tomorrow, of course, for the rest of our competition. Here are our wonderful sponsors helping us support this event. Legend Sports Bar, of course, the venue, 23 Crown Terrace. Entries being taken on the day for the rest of our competitions. We have singles and men's and women's pairs action across the rest of the weekend. So get yourself down to Legends and support the players. Fantastic setup we have here. Thanks also to Aberdeen Cleaning Services, AM Phillip Truck Tech, the Craig and Roan Bar, Rainbow City Taxis, the Aberdeen Darts Association, Trophies International, the Black Bull Inn Veruri, and Amethyst Mobile Discos. Keith Blake, who we just saw on the stream a few moments ago, he'll be hosting a disco on Saturday evening at Legends once play is concluded. So if you're going to do anything this weekend, is get yourself down there for DJ Blaker.
If there's lemonade going, I'll have some of that, please. Would that be alright? Thank you. I've got my money with me. I'll buy you one back.
Thank you. Good to see everyone in the chat this evening. 43 viewers thus far. Oh, at present. Say hello. Let's hear from as many of you as possible. Who are you supporting? Did he enjoy that last match? Good to see Storm Dog, Joppo, Tail Gunner, the Pacifist, Kelly Thompson, all active this evening. Who else is joining us here at Legends on Screwback Streaming? Let's get some names in the chat if we can. Legends Bar have it up on the big screen alongside the World Match Play, which is certainly a golfing standards. Kian Van Veen currently 6-4 up on James Wade. I didn't catch the result of the earlier game, so if anyone wants to inform me if Ross Smith managed to beat Gerwin Price, that would be appreciated. Whilst we're waiting, do I just commentate on the match play? I think I might. So Van Veen's on 306, he's 6-4 up with Wade on 305. Starting on the 19s, up to the 20s now, having found a treble with his second dart. 96 scored.
6, Barry Watson, Lynn Torrance, Lauren Hudson, Leyland Hudson. Board 6.
98 scored from Wade. So Van Veen, this is with throw, by the way, to go 7-4 up in the race to 16 at the Winter Gardens. Finds a treble to leave 110. Wade on 207. Wanting at least a treble, if not more, to try and apply the pressure. Has to move across the oche. and can't find it. He is down to a finish, but it's not exactly the most makeable one. 147. So 110 coming in for Jan van Veen. It's a good marker to lie on top of. Switches to the 18s anyway. We saw a lot of that in that last match. Players staying on the 60 with 90 with 2 darts in hand. 147 coming in for Wade. Finds the 60 down to the treble 17 now. Just whistles the wrong side. It's about as close as you can get.
Next
It's
on
in the
the
treble 2.
board is Ryan Noble, Sarah Vinny, Lewis Beatley, and Trisha Walton. Board 11.
I'm going to stop live coverage of the World Match Play for now because we have our next game on the streaming board. And it will be Lewis Beagley and Trisha Walton, who managed to get it done in the last leg decider over Stephen Webster and player 1 in the last match, in the last that's 32. This is the last 16 match coming up, by the way, I should stress. They're going to be taking on a Noble and a Binny. Not quite sure the first names, I'll get that to you in a moment. They will be taking on Lewis Beagley and Trisha Walton will be taking on Sarah Binny and Ryan Noble on the streaming board. That's coming right up. Stick with us here on Screwback Streaming for more high quality darts action. Oh, look at the averages we just had in that last game. Like, it can't get much worse. We have an amateur who's never played before stepping up to the streaming board now. Mr. Ryan Noble, I believe. He's hit tops. I haven't played darts before, he says. Are you sure? And this is Lewis Beagley. A veteran of the ADC vaults in times gone by. Ran one at the Rowan Tree in Seaton. That has sadly come to a demise. Thank you. How's it going, Lewis? Played one of these plays before. It was Lewis at a vault. I have a losing record against him. I'm not going to elaborate much more on that. Are you I believe this is Trisha Walton stepping up now for her practice darts. Partner of Lewis. Got some very nice looking flights on her darts. I want to have a look at them after them. I think those are the ones Kaya Basil throws, although do correct me if I'm wrong. I think that does violate some form of health and safety code, what I've just seen, but you're not supposed to. You're supposed to be playing. You can come and sit with me and commentate if you want, but you got a game to play. The beverages in full flow this evening at Legends, as you can probably tell. Just walk the other way. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just don't get hurt, please. Hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter much. This game promises to be an absolute classic. No. Yep. You're live on Screwback Streaming, Lewis. 60. This is what we're all about with Screwback Streaming, giving players who wouldn't have the opportunity otherwise to get their big day on the stream. I'll be in action tomorrow in the men's singles and on Sunday in the men's pairs with my old maths teacher. Alright, Jack, how's it going? Jack Hardy, who will also be in action both tomorrow and Sunday. One to look out for sure, as long as he's not playing Jamie Bain. Just completing the war-ups at the moment. We'll be getting down to bulling up soon enough. The marker is in station, which same can't necessarily be said for some of the other matches we've seen this evening. Right, we're good to go. Handshakes being exchanged. It'll be Ryan and Sarah to throw for the bull to kick us off. And Ryan's going to throw for the bull. The man who has never played darts before, so he was telling me before he came on. And he's hit for 25. Lewis is going to ask for it to be taken out. Continues with 25, so the ladies are going to... I thought it was the other player bulls up usually, that's the usual rules, but Lewis will continue this build up. Same with the 25s. High quality this. As outside, so it'll be Lewis and Trisha with the honour. There's some issues with the marking there. It's all been resolved, so Lewis Beagley then, the southpaw, will get us underway. Ways darts stand there, they're very upright. You can expect to play like can switch for cover a bit more often. Noble's going to switch for cover. So Trisha Walton stepping up for her first registered darts. Scoring off the 19s. Quite a common thing we've seen this evening thus far. In and about. And this is Sarah Binney. And if you couldn't tell what country she's from with her shirt, she's from Scotland. Uninspiring start so far from the players, I think it's safe to say. See what Beagley can recover with. A throw line on rhythm, I'd say, is Lewis's. Very chunky, but there is a form of rhythm to it. Ryan is a really smooth throw for someone that's... I refuse to believe this man's never played before, as Walton switches up to the 20s. And to decent success as well, first two within the segment. Wonder if she's any relation to the former Lakeside World Champion, John Walton. First 26 of the evening on the streaming board, and it goes the way of Sarah. Can we get a second? It's like London buses. We've been waiting all evening for a 26 score. Two come at once. And Noble ends the unwanted trend, thank goodness. Trisha stepping up with 3:36 left. Just checking the score. And she's in the treble here. Stays there as well. Is that a ton? It is. Fantastic darts from Trisha Walton. What can Binney do to follow up? Second consecutive... Pardon? That's fine, yeah. .60 scored for Beagley. No finish without a treble there with... Back on 236. So 6 from 176 from Messrs Walton and Beagley. Walton started on the 19s, but she's been, oh good God. She's been consistent on the 26s. That said, she does switch down after hitting that treble 5. Leaves the 1-3-4 for Lewis, and he will return with Binney back on 210. beautiful. 1-3-4 for Lewis Beagley then. I don't know what that was a dart. I assume the 18s. Benny's left Noble on a bogey number. 165 can't be taken out in 3 darts. So just going to have to lay up and hope that Benny returns. 84 coming in then for Trisha. She'll start on the 20s. She'll be mustered on this target. She does find it. So 64 left. Sarah is on a finish on 143. So he'd be tempted to look at the 14s. She's not gone for the 14s. She spurned the ball. She said Sarah Binney can't take out 143 in 3 darts. Will she be proved wrong? No. She might get rid of the 3 here. Oh no, clever switch to the 7 segment. So let's see what target Beagley prefers then. It is double 16. And he finds out, and he gives it some as well on the streaming board. Camera's the other way, Lewis. For the quality of darts we've seen so far in this one, we can say with absolute certainty we've seen every single double attempt hit thus far. All 1 of them. Initially thought it was a Cameron Menzies shirt Sarah was wearing, but it does look to be one from the Scottish Darts Association. I was going to say a woman of good taste if that was a shirt of Cammy's. Finds the treble 19. Bit of an uninspiring first leg for her, but does well to recover there. That is an uninspiring start to this leg for Trisha. 6 scored. There is one word to describe that. She has just said it multiple times, but I'm not going to repeat it. Double going to come down for cover. Yeah. And finds the treble at the last dart. 260, a nice number to be on, because if Benny can find a ton, Noble's on a finish. Obstacle 19s on 260, not something you'd see every day of the week. Finds 2 of them. What a ground to make up here if you're Beagley and Walton. This is looking good. I mean, it's a great first start. Finds herself back in the 19s with the last one. 83 scored. Still some ground to make up, but encouraging signs nonetheless for Trisha. But Noble's in the treble. That was not a switch, I can assure the masses. 95 scored, leaves 120. Beagley persevering on the 20s, despite that dart kicking right up outside the treble. So 120 for Benny. 102 left, can't happen in 2 darts. So just be set up shot. Well, that's 101 left now. Well, she's found the treble 16. Leaves single to double. What pressure can Trisha apply from here? Not much. So Beagley preferred double 16. What does Noble prefer? Tops. He didn't like that one. I'm no lip reader, but he was not impressed with that last start. Chunks him. So it's double 16 for Sarah Binney to equalise. Stacked on top of it, it is just outside. 2 trebles here for Trisha Walton. And they're down to finishing range. There's the first. Another one of them gets them down to a finish. Can she come underneath? No. She's... Double 16. Takes a second to compose himself. And that's ended up way high. Double trouble for Noble and Binney here, and from about, 350 points back, Beagley and Walton might be in with a shout here if Lewis can tee up well. Saying that, he's just scored 10 with 2 darts. And a further 15 with the last one. So no finish. 6 darts at a double from here. How is that not in? She's wanting to come over the top of it. She's gone underneath it. Clatters the flight. Now, it might not be a bad thing because it's a change of target. Ryan will go up to double 12 on his return with Walton on 163. Trisha's playing some good darts here. Saying that she has just slipped into the ones, but she's been steady enough on the 19s and 20s, I feel. More steady than the other 3 on the big numbers at least. Double 12 for Noble. Cross now to double 6. Beagley thinks it's going. But he's wrong. Lewis Beagley from like Inverurie probably now. 350 points back. Takes his time. Starts on the 19s. No treble found, so he'll be up to treble 18. And he's missed that entirely. 100 left. And he can't find the treble, so 80 left if Trisha returns. But it's double 6 for Sarah. You'll miss that, it's closer to double 10. That's a fantastic marker though. Great rectification. And that's an even better marker, but still no cigar. Ryan can't believe it. I don't think Sarah can. And if Trisha stays straight, she's getting a dart double here. Going 2 tops, wow. Bold stuff. Checking with the scorer. That is 1 scored. Double 6 for Ryan. To finally wrap up this marathon leg. Oh, he's missed a segment entirely there. And if Beagley stays straight, he gets a dart double, but that is by no means a foregone conclusion with how this match has gone so far. And I don't think Lewis will mind me saying that. 71 now. Options. Went treble 17 for double 10. 54 left, checks with the marker. And he leaves 50. See if Trish is tempted to go for the bull. If she returns. Double 6. Now there is no rule on closest to bull. But Trisha might be teeing up for it. For the love of the game, Trisha, come on. Go for the bull. Boring. Tops. Oh, just whistles outside into the double 5. It's double 15. Madhouse now. First time we've seen this on the streaming board tonight. For Ryan Noble. Double 1. Doesn't subscribe to the theory of 1 up, 1 in, clearly. Double 15 for Lewis. Might split it. Straight at it. And that's the danger of going straight at it. He's missed inside. Both players here averaging under 40. As Sarah Binney looks to end it finally on double 1. When do we go closest to bull? Is there some form of legislation for this? It feels like there should be. I hope this is a commentator's curse. It's double 15. Tactical split from Trisha. But it's not quite paid off. It's not a marker. That one's more of what if he can squeeze in underneath it. It's taking a moment there. Ryan's having some difficulty releasing the dart at points. Change of target for Lewis Beagley, but it is just next door. It's double 10. He's not a double 15 anymore, Lewis. Double 5 now. That is a fantastic dart at the treble. No use on the double. And we go on. Trisha Walton for a 52 dart leg. It's over! It's done. A 52 darter from Lewis Beagley and Trisha Walton to double the lead. And in all of that, it's a break of throw as well. Halfway to victory. And a spot in the quarterfinals.
Well done, well done.
Trisha's just offered to give me a high five on Miss Lewis, who started with a score of 5. Ryan's in the treble early on third. I think this might just eclipse the last game we saw between the two Hudsons, Thomas Milne and Stacey Clancy, in terms of complete heritage. Benny scoring off of the 19s again. She's done that from the start. Pretty consistent in that regard. Obviously prefers the 19s, easier to reach perhaps. Beagley just stays on the 20s regardless. She is not one for switching. Fires them in with some force. Could be sticking up completely and he still wouldn't switch. It's like a James Wade figure almost, or a Ross Smith. 2 players in action at the Winter Gardens this evening. But who needs the Winter Gardens when you got Legends Sports Bar? And Trisha Walton piling in the 20s. Super darts is exclaimed by her partner with a trebleless visit. Trisha making an appearance on camera, folks. I hope you're seeing this. 41 scored for Beagley. This game, I really hope it does catch a spark at some point, because there have been, I'm clutching at straws, but there have been brief moments of brilliance. Trisha's been throwing some good stuff on occasion. Ryan's been in the treble a few times. Advantage with Noble and Benny now. They've stolen the darts, however much that means in this particular situation. Steady darts, scoring on the 19s to leave an outshot of 161. I'll pay my producer a tenner if this goes in. Phew, money saved. Well, Benny will return for the 1-3-1, but Walton will look to set up maybe a treble in there. Too much to ask for at this particular moment, and switches to the 19s on 184 to leave a bogey number. It's Finlay Williams style counting there, folks. So Beagley on a bogey. And he still won't switch. Bill? No. Down to the 19s. So 74 coming in for Noble. Tops now. And he's done for all the missed darts at double we've seen in the first 2 legs. 74 in 3 from Ryan Noble to have the deficit and break the throw. He didn't even know it was a break either. I have to say, Legends is bouncing this evening and the action continues tomorrow and Sunday. Lewis is acting as if he's seen Santa. He has hit a treble. Fantastic darts on display. I can't wait to look at the individual averages after this to see what Lewis has been averaging this evening. Beauty of Dart Connect. Can Trisha pick up where Lewis left off? Scoring on the 17's first start. Interesting choice. Unable to do so. But if Beatley finds some form here, the throw could be under threat again. Noble again having some issues with the release, not particularly nice to see. But what can Beagley follow up his ton with? That's not encouraging. Nor is that. Or that. Floor scored, I believe is the... Marcus just asked me what he scored. It was 4. Very good on the 19s from Seraph. Finds the treble with her last dart. The dream team over here. You're in the camera. This is Aberdeen Darts Open heritage, I feel. Trish is just going to have a chat with our producers. Hello? I'm just being assaulted by Trisha Walton. Well, it's my job. I'm supposed to speak about you. I've just been assaulted by the Trisha Walton. And in all that, I've missed Lewis hit another treble. It's like London buses. Shaping out to be a decent leg though for Noble and Binney, down to a finish after 6 visits to the board. So 1-4-1 coming in for Noble. And it won't go, so just a setup shot from here. 1-2-1 left. Now 101 could look pretty much anywhere. I'd probably switch away from the 20s, so it does look to the bull. Slips into the 3 segment. Does leave a 2-darter for Sarah. And is going to be under no pressure from Lewis. Unless he can find the treble. He cannot. And so to equalise, we are only 3 legs into this match, folks. First to 4. 93 left, treble 19. 74 now. Could look anywhere, really. I wouldn't have gone for the 20s. But it'll go unpunished because Walton and Beagley not down to a finish. So 69 coming in for Ryan. No laughter, please. Finds the treble. Can he find the double? Just checking what he has left. It is double 6, Ryan. They couldn't follow up the 74 in the last leg. With the 69 on this occasion. Beagley on a bogey. He won't switch from here, I'm calling it, he won't. He'll persevere. Commentator's curse 3 for the evening if we're counting, folks. Double 6 for Binney. Inching closer. And closer still, but unable to find it with the 3 darts. Walton receiving some words of advice from Beagley about the setup. Goes the 19's route, so it's 88 left. Now 87. And finds a double 19. Leaving single to double for Lewis. But Noble will fancy his chances here. After taking out 74 in the last leg, he's missed 3 clear at double, and Beagley to break and go the leg away. 49. That's double 17. 34 scored. Leaves 15. Seven or 3. I was going to say 7 or 3. I couldn't tell you what one he was going for, folks. Your guess is as good as mine. Double 6. Shirley. Still unable. And Walton should get 2 at double. Should. It'll just be the 1. If she even hits the big numbers. 49 take away 3 is 46, Trisha. Double 18. It's not far off either. Their 4th visit at double 6. It will go on to 5 unless Lewis can find a double. Luckily, Dark Connect doesn't track double percentages because this would be an eyesore if it did. Might be a happy accident. Isn't. Two great markers. But she's left the dreaded double 1. Trisha steps up though to end it early. Double 16. Just inside. Easy to mark, she can clatter off of. She was nowhere near it. Missed doubles are plenty in this one. Change the target for Lewis is double 4. Fantastic marker. Just come inside of it, and he does. And that is a 44 dart break of throw from Lewis Beagley and Trisha Walton. And now throwing for the match. Beagley will open up. This for a spot in the quarterfinals of the Aberdeen Open. Lewis can't believe his luck. Right. Aberdeen Dart Supplies, who you can see tomorrow at Legends. I've got a stall coming in. Any of your darting needs. I hope all 61 of you at home are enjoying this absolute masterclass. Scoring off of 12s is Trisha now. She's an unpredictable player, I'll give her that. Finds around 60. Benny all over the shot.
Really sorry. I apologise. It is Friday.
Lewis throws. Stop speaking. Lewis Beagley offering his apologies for, by his own admission and by mine as well, a disgrace of a performance. The unbiased commentator over here. When Noble's found the first start in the 20s, he's been grouping them close enough. It's just getting them in the 20s in the first instance that he's struggling with, but when he gets it in there, he's finding, 60s and 41s. Which is an above average score, believe it or not, for this particular match, with both averaging in the 36 to 37 range. Beagley and Walton still with the slender advantage, and the throw as well. Lynn Shearer, the hero out in 96, checkout early on, delivering the goods. And we all know bounties are the best celebrations. Trisha, just looking at her throw from that angle, she has a really nice follow through. Follows all the way through, which quite a few players can't get the hang of. Bit snatchy there from Sarah, but recovers it well. I was going to say trouble for Beagley will get him down to a finish. We have 3 scored, ladies and gents, from Lewis Beagley Our first and probably last of the evening, unless this goes to another leg. Binny down to your finish. Outside chance, so but it won't come under any pressure. But you feel like it'll be perseverance more than anything on the doubles. Looked at the 19s first. Maybe would have had a look at the bull there, but to each their own. Beagley's in the treble. In and around, 66 scored, gets him just outside the finishing range. Noble for a 114. Tops. Oh, just outside. Probably that would have been their highest score of the match. But it does leave Sarah Biddy on tops. Trisha's just checking her score. So it's tops for Sarah to prolong this game even further. Fantastic dart in the treble.
First two quarterfinals on board 3, can we get Kelly Dolly, Lewis McKenzie, Courtney McBain and Sean Ryan. And on board 5, Lorraine Hyde, Sean Fisher, Greg McCarthy and Emily Davidson.
Tops for Noble then.
Can the losers please come up to the control desk after these games?
Binny hit the treble. Noble gets away with a single, double 10. Just taking a moment. Few issues with the release. And if she stays straight here, Trisha Walton should get a match dart. Two tops again. Bold, daring. And she won't get a match dart as a result. And she won't leave Beagley on a double either. It's double 10 for Sarah. To break. Oh, he's unlucky. She's rarely found the 20 in this game, but she's found it going for double 5. Impressive. Wow. And he can't find a match dart. Criminal from Lewis Beagley. And he's left 7 with that last dart into treble 14. Bit of breathing space maybe. Surely this goes. So unlucky. Can Trisha split it properly? We're looking at 3 for double 2. No, she went 1 for double 3. Interesting call there. Not what most would have gone for. By any rate, it's double 10 for Sarah. I feel like I've said that a lot today. Up now to double 5. Can Lewis split properly? He missed a big number twice in his last visit. Can he find it now? No. Last 16 action as a reminder. So lucky dart went for the 1, hit the 5. I'm speaking rubbish, I was reading Lewis's score off. Double 1. Madhouse again for Ryan and Sarah. Sarah can't find it either. Can Lewis Beagley find a match dart from somewhere? He can find 2 at double 2. He's pulled that right into the 18 segment. It would have been a fitting way to end this match with both on double 1. All right, Ben. Good to see you. Madhouse for Ryan Noble. It's 2 markers, but he can't convert. And Trisha Walton's on 7 again. She's lost her dart. She picks it up off of the floor. Steadies up, composes herself. Trying to find that three desperately. Is she trying to find that three? What's she do? I'm baffled. I hope she wasn't aiming for the two there. Double one. She didn't realise she had 7 left. She's just chatting with Lewis. More match balance for Lewis to end it. Well, they're on to a double at least. This is going to be the worst leg of this match regardless now. Potential 55 darter for Ryan Walton and Sarah Binney. Potential 58 darter for Lewis Beagley and Trisha Walton. Double two for the match. It's a difficult one. It's awkward. And it slides into the 15 segment. Sarah can't find the madhouse. And Lewis Beagley, as if it's the world final, steps back, composes himself. He takes a drink of his Red Bull. Probably not advised at this time of evening. That was a dart at double one, I can assure you. It's 2 times in a row now he's gone for double one and hit the single 18. We're raking in the viewers now. 76 for this absolute barnstormer of a darts match. Trisha Walton ends it. A 64 dart hold a throw to win the match by 4 legs to 1. An average of an average of 32.8 for the victors. And it sees Lewis Beagley and Trisha Walton into the quarterfinals of the Aberdeen Darts Open Mixed Pairs. They defeated Ryan Noble and Sarah Binney. Well done, Trisha. Incredible scenes here at Legends. Let's see what we've got kicking about on Dart Connect at the moment. Quarterfinals are just about to get underway. Kelly Jolly and Lewis Mackenzie taking on Courtney McBain and Sean Ryan. The other quarterfinal just getting warmed up at the moment is Lorraine Hyde and Sean Fisher against Greg McCarthy and Emily Davidson. The other two quarterfinals that will be coming to you, probably one of which will be on the streaming board, will be Wesley and Summers against Sandy Innes and player 3, and Lewis Beagley and Trisha Walton against Laura Hudson and Leyland Hudson. That's a game I really hope we see. We've seen them both on the streaming boards tonight. They both delivered sub 40 averages. Bring it for the masses, please. We await notice of our next streaming board match. Jan van Veen is through to the semi-finals of the World Match Play because I have nothing else to speak about. He's beaten James Wade by 16 legs to 13. Good evening to everyone that watch it. Hope you're all well. Hope you've enjoyed some high quality darts this evening. And also Lewis Beagley, he's been there as well.
Okay, the next 2 quarterfinals on board 1, we get Lauren Hudson, Leyland Hudson, Lewis Beagley and Trisha Walton. And on the streaming board 11, Charlotte Leslie, Barry Summers, Jason Goff and Anne Hudson.
I appreciate the compliment, Tail Gunner. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you to say. Do all the usual engagement stuff, like, subscribe, comment. 72 of you are going to witness our next quarter-final. And a reminder, the 2 finalists of this event will go to stage on Sunday on finals night. So our next quarter-final will be Barry Summers . will be Barry Summers and Sharon Leslie against Jason Goff and Sandy Innes. Hopefully they can deliver on the sub 33 averages we've just seen. It's worth noting when the scoreboard comes up, it will come up as Sandy Innes and player 3. For the purposes of this, Jason is player 3. So this is Barry Summers throwing at the moment. And coming up now is Jason Goff, the man that beat me at the UK Open qualifier earlier this year. I averaged 34 in that game, which is better than what we saw in that doubles match, to be fair. Bit more of a methodical player is Jason. Thank you, Kelly. Very kind of you to say. I do appreciate that. We've got a sing-along and a scat man going on behind us, I believe. Reminder, our disco with DJ Blaker is tomorrow evening after the singles action has concluded. Just looking at the warm-up darts alone, this does promise to be a slightly more high-quality match than the last two we've seen. Marker just checking our two teams in, and we'll be about ready to get this one underway. Last few practice darts each. As I say, for the purposes of this match, Jason Goff is player 3 alongside Sandy Innes, and it's Sharon Leslie and Barry Summers. So it's going to be Sharon and Barry to throw for the bull to get us started. Winner of this game will go a game away from a spot on finals night Sunday. WDF rules on the bullseye as a reminder. Barry throwing it outside. What can Jason put up in return? Finds the 25, so he'll have the honour alongside Sandy. Let's get this one underway then. As I say, a bit more of a methodical player is Jason. Not off to the best of starts either. Barry straight in the treble. Can he do anything without? Can we do anything alongside it? Steady ton to start. Good omen, if anything. So this is Sandy Innes, and I do have to say she has some wonderful flights on her darts. And she's letting her darts do the talking here. Steady enough. And then completing the 4, we have Sharon Leslie. Opposite eye dominant. Haven't seen that this evening as far as I can tell. Like I said, Jason pulls along to the left a bit as well. A bit more of a rocking motion to his action, it does feel like. We're just making some adjustments to the camera there.
Can we get a volunteer marker for board 1, please? Or if Dave for
Jeez Louise.
Alex still in the room, can one of them mark, please?
So 2 treble visit there from Jason Goff, followed up by a score of 10 from Sandy. Sharon's in the treble. Good stuff from Miss Leslie. This has already been of a significantly better quality than what I've seen before. Goff hit a 1-3-4 with his last visit. Another 20 there would lead him down to a finish. And he finds it. Down to 160 after 15. Summers is going to be unable to join him within finishing range. So outside chance for Sandy to open up in style here. And that chance is quickly extinguished. Darts in the treble 1 there, you couldn't quite see it. Good to see some support for the newly engaged all-star couple of Lorraine Hyde and Sean Fisher. As I say, you can see all the live scores as they go in on dartconnect.tv. Fantastic little site that they use for the PDC as well. 130 in from Goff. Gonna have to go for the 60 here. With Summers waiting back on a finish. Good last dart to leave it with the treble. To leave double 19. Treble 18. Top for a 154. Just dipped down below, snatched it a bit at the end. But what a start this has been. Double 19 then for Sandy. Slipped into the double 7, so it's double 12 now. And that slipped into the double 9 to leave double 3. Sharon wants double 10. And she gets him with her first dart. To the enthusiasm of Barry. They're a leg to the good here, and it's a break of throw. High quality stuff here at the Aberdeen Darts Open, both averaging over 60 compared to the last match when both pairs averaged under 40. Goff just doing that little reset after each dart, it feels. Kind of takes a bit of a half step back. And then, I haven't really seen a throw like Sharon's before. Actually touches her nose when she releases before she releases the dart. Ryan Joyce, when he throws, touches his forehead. And yeah, some interesting actions on display this evening. I think it's safe to say Barry does have a really smooth throw. Very rhythmic, takes that little pause between each dart, but yeah, Goff rocking back and forth a bit. There's a lot more movement with the shoulder as well. Finds a treble again, second consecutive visit of 85 for Goff.
This guy got quite close at the bench. He's a good player. He beat me at the UK Open. Did you get quite close at the bench last? Did you get quite close at the bench last? You look like a guy.
There we go. Oh, it's our first maximum. Our first maximum on the streaming board, and it's from Sandy Innes. Phenomenal stuff to leave 110. Beautiful, we're just getting caught up in a bit of conversation there with Jason, but in the meantime, his doubles partner hitting the maximum to leave 110. As Scott Monk says hello from Greenock, well, hello from Aberdeen. Shot still on. Might not go for the bill here, even if he does hit the treble 19. Or does he opt to lay up? Oh, he goes for it, he hits it. What a sequence of darts. 6 fantastic darts from Sandy Innes and Jason Goff. Didn't have to go for the bill there with Leslie and Summers back on 180, but he went for it anyway and he took it out. Our first 180 and our first ton plus finish on the streaming board in back-to-back visits from Sandy Innes and Jason Goff to break straight back. And Goff's right back in the treble for cover already.
See the way it's on the board? That's his pint.
Okay.
Like, no. I'm doing it quickly there because Michael Thompson's sitting there, no fucking drinking. So I'm not sure if he comes off the board.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
thank you. Apologies for any language you may have picked up there once again. It's a fantastic 2 treble visit there now from Sharon. This has been really high quality, this match. Making up for Barry's score of 28 in the first visit there. Goss found the treble every visit for a while now, he can't find it here. So Leslie and Summers pressuring the Innes and Goff throw. And a smart little treble. from Barry. Down to 2-3-3 after 9. This is very strong stuff from the all-Scottish pair. As Sandy fires in another treble. I know. We're doing good, yeah. I just shared it with a couple of my group chats as well to try and get some stuff up, yeah. 190 left for Barry.
I've done some big money matches in pool.
Oh, right.
And I've had thousands watching live.
Oh, goodness.
The chance, you could hardly like compete with it. It's better.
95 scored and 95 left by Barry Leslie. By Barry Summers for Sharon Leslie, I should say. So I could start on the bull, could also start on the 19s. Does start on the 19s. 3 scored, 92 left. Double 16. Oh, just the wrong side of the wire into a double 8. And wouldn't this just complete a fantastic quality leg? Goff can't get the 1-4-4 going. Can't even find the 20s. Good last start for cover. 64 score, but it's double 8 for Barry Summers. Finds it with a second dart for a third consecutive break of throw. Neither team yet to hold their throw early on. As our marker just works through the scores at the moment. But it is a break of throw. Press 2. This is our first time using Dart Connect here at the Aberdeen Open, and for some people you can probably tell. Bless them. I'll get experience what it's like tomorrow in my first round loss in the Men's Open. Barry's been very good at just finding a treble with his last dart. I'm not going on stream. I am not going on stream. I swear to Christ that I know. If you need me on stream, I'm playing doubles on Sunday with my old maths teacher. Goff unable to find the treble. Leslie is. Treble in each of the visits so far for Messrs Leslie and Summers. Puts them in pole position to hold their throw for the first time in this match. Good to see so many of you involved. 95 of you watching this action live. Thank you so much for tuning in. Special mention, as I do for every darts commentary gig I do, to be DAOB group chat on darts, Twitter. My good friends over there. And also all my other mates watching. I sent it to more than a few group chats. Things just going from bad to worse for Jason Goff and Sandy Innes. Sandy threw our first maximum of the evening. She's on for it again here. This is superb darts from Sandy. 2 treble, is it? 1-2-3 scored to apply the pressure because Barry and Leslie still not down to a finish. There will be now. Sandy, mate, just watch the tripod for me. It's just shaking about there. Somehow finds its way into the 5 that second dart. And yeah, Jason started off really well, but he's losing his head a bit. 150 on, another of those. Would have left double 18. Just figuring out the scoring now. And with Innes on Goff, not down to a finish. Barry Summers will have the reassurance of returning for 68 as Innes is in the treble again. Could be tempted to go down now. Should do. Bullseye. ends up in the 25. So an outside chance for Jason, who's really not been hitting much in his last few visits. Went the 19s. No cigar, unfortunately. Double four, the choice. Just whistles outside, and so Sandy, who's been in the treble quite a bit, particularly in this leg, goes the 16s route. Hits the treble 12 there with our last start to leave double 8. Good setup. It's double 2 for Barry, and he finds it, gives it the big one in front of the camera. It's our first hold of throw of the match. And it sees Barry Summers and Sharon Leslie go a leg away from the spots in the semi-final. Yeah. And Jason really struggling with his throw now. Just taking that extra second. Snatching quite a bit and just cutting a bit of a frustrated figure now. He started the game off so well. Just been unable to continue that form as Summers finds his way back into the treble. How many tons has this man hit? He has been superb on the treble 20, but so is this lady here, Sandy Innes. Really good scoring from the pair of them. Saying that, the commentator's curse has struck again. So scores of 40 and 30 for Goff and Innes to open, and that means Leslie and Summers have stolen the darts. Goff finds his way into the treble for the first time in a long while, and is able to get a second in there as well. Good stuff from Jason. Summers looking to fill it up. Can't quite, but it's still a vital 2 treble, is it? As they look to see out the match in this leg on the Innes and Goff throw. 2:01 after 9. No pressure whatsoever. But Leslie can't find anything significant. And so a treble here from Goff gets him down to a finish. And that opportunity is now squandered. So Barry Summers and Sharon Leslie now know they have 6 starts from 178 to close out this match. Bit of a slip from Barry. He's been fairly consistent on that 20s.
Alan, it's on. Pardon? He's saying get the comms cam on.
It is on. It is on, yeah. And it's slipping back into the 5s again. So they're going to have umpteen darts from here, unless Goff can find the biggest finish of them all. We know how this one goes, don't we, folks? Well, Jason doesn't quite clearly. Now, we saw Lauren Hudson start 119 on the 20s with their opponents on a finish earlier this evening. Barry does the right thing and attempt to start on the 19s, because it just slips into the 7th segment. Finds a treble with the last start though to leave himself on double 16 for the match. 130 coming in for Sandy, can stop it. But that opportunity is squandered. And Sharon Leslie will have match starts to send herself and Barry Summers through to the semi-finals of the Aberdeen Open mixed pairs. Double 16 to wrap it up in superb style. Inching closer. And finds it with the last start. Took a massive deflection off the fly. But Sharon Leslie and Barry Summers with an average of 65.8 and a 4-1 win over Sandy Innes, the superb Sandy Innes, and Jason Goff. Both averaging over 60, a high quality affair, but only one pair can make it to the Final Four, and it is Leslie and Summers who progress by 4 legs to 1. It's yours. No, it is. He gave it to you. Yes. Thank you. So we go to semi-final time. Yeah, we go to semi-final time at Legends. See if we can get the scores up. As we take a look at our sponsors, so massive thank you as always to our sponsor. Legends being a fantastic venue. I'm doing the sponsor, shut up. In a bit. Keith Blake at Amethyst as well will be hosting his disco tomorrow evening after the singles action. Of course, thanks to all of our other sponsors for their continued support of the Aberdeen Darts Open, for making it the competition that it is. Our other semi-finalists will get one more game on stream this evening. Kelly Jolly and Lewis McKenzie are through by 4 legs to 3 over Courtney McBain and Sean Ryan. The title defence is over as we see over 100 viewers joining us, thank you. And then Lorraine Hyde and Sean Fisher, the title favourites, 4-1 victors over Greg McCarthy and Emily Davidson. The other game ongoing at the moment sees Trisha Walton and Lewis Beagley, who won on the stream earlier, 2-1 up over another stream victor earlier in the evening, Lauren Hudson and Leyland Hudson. I'm going to save this match because the Marcas have forgot to do so, and we'll be back very shortly with another semi-final. Good to see so many of you watching this evening. 89 viewers at the moment. Thank you so much for joining us. We've seen some good darts. We've seen some middling darts. We've seen some darts. But we do have a semi-final to play on the streaming board before we close out the action for tonight. We'll have another semi-final out on the outer boards. We have 14 outer boards. 10 of them are being used. 10 of them used for this competition. And we'll have the other 4 in action. When is Winley on board? Good evening, Simon. I will not be on the streaming board if I can help it. No plans on being on stream. Thank you very much. But yeah, we're all good. Just waiting on our semi-final. Our first confirmed semi-final, actually, I can bring that to you now. Will be between our 2 victors that we just saw on this board, Sharon Leslie and Barry Summers, against Kelly Jolly, a SDA Tour title winner, and Lewis McKenzie, who came in after Kelly's doubles partner dropped out. And then Heidi and the Codfather, Lorraine and Sean, will play the winner of that high-quality tungsten tussle between the 2 Hudsons, as well as Lewis Beagley and Trisha Walton. Do stick with us, as I say, one more match to bring you this evening, and then we've got action all through the weekend. We have the youth, men's and women's singles tomorrow. We have the men's and women's pairs on Sunday, and we also have finals night on Sunday evening. I'll be joined by a host of commentators from across the venue, and we'll have some high quality darts to bring you, hopefully none of which is involving myself. Also worth noting that whilst you can follow the action on Dart Connect, we are accepting entries on the day, so if anyone does find themselves in the Aberdeen area and wanting a game, head to Legends Sports Bar 23 Crown Terrace, and we will get you in for either the singles or pairs action depending on when you were in the building. Had over 80 entrants last time I checked in the men's competition at least, so hopefully we can get a few more in on the day tomorrow. Action gets underway from about 11:30 or so to be confirmed. Finlay, what's the quote of the day? Putting me on the spot here. One up, one in. One up, one in. Usually find myself on double one. Wise words. Wise words. Winley, shout out Patrick O'Sheng. I believe this is Patrick O'Sheng and Joyer off of my Twitter group chat. So big up Patrick O'Sheng. Quality player. Should have been at the World Cup. I regret sharing this live stream with the Twitter boys. Strongly regret it. It's fine. If you don't hit your double, you don't win the game. Something that resonates for me quite a bit, Simon, as you well know. Simon will be one of the people, one of the many joining us on comms tomorrow. Trebles for show, doubles for dough. Yeah, so Bobby George. Bobby, that's a good one. Yeah, that's up there. Trebles for show, doubles for dough. Trebles funny, doubles make the money. Yeah. Also a Bobby George one. But yeah, we'll have quite a few of us in. Simon will be there, Claire Winder will be there, Adam Craik as well, Scotland international last year, if memory serves, unable to get back into the Scotland team this year, but still playing some really good stuff. Top youth player Adam, he'll be in the commentary box at some point as well down the line, we think, across the weekend. DAOB World Cup. Right, we've got 20 questions. Who would win in a fight, Thomas the Tank Elliott or Marc-Andre ter Stegen? I'd be inclined to say ter Stegen probably, as much as I know you're a fan of him, Thomas O'Sheng. Got some entertainment in the chat to pass the time before our semi-final. Keep you updated. We do have one other quarter-final ongoing between two victors on the streaming boards earlier this evening. It's currently 2-1. Is it still 2-1? No, it's now 2 apiece between Lauren Hudson and Leyland Hudson, and then Lewis Beagley and Trisha Walton. Averages in the 50s at the moment, which is better than what they averaged on the streaming lanes, I'll tell you that. But whoever wins that game will have the tough task of taking on Lorraine Hyde and Sean Fisher in the semi-finals. And as I say, the two semi-final winners will get their bow on stage on finals night on Sunday evening. Give me a checkout. 146. No particular reason. 146. See if we can get it. Oh, thank you. One more semi-final. It's the two winners we had in the 2 games before. Yeah. So that it might take a while. You can follow the scores of that one on Dark Connect, actually. In fact, I wonder if we could get the screen share up and get the scores on the screen whilst we're waiting. Just so you can follow along live. We're missing an absolute barnstormer here at the moment. So if you just tap, and then if you tap like 2-2 on your screen, where it says 2-2, you can see the scores as they go in. So Leyland Hudson looking at double 5.
I don't know if I want it, I don't know. We'll see.
He does, and he finds it. So the Hudson's a leg away from semi-finals. over Lewis and Trisha. Good start to the leg from Beagley and Walton here as they look to try and save it. Big treble there somewhere from Walton, you'd imagine. And Beagley followed up with a treble of his own. Wow. If only they demonstrated this ability at hitting the trebles on the streaming alley as Lauren finds a treble of her own. Is Legends as legendary as Nico Springer? You always ask the best questions, Osheng. It's better, much better. We'll see what the Hudsons can follow up that post score of 33 with from Walton. Get a treble. Still very much in this. All going with throw at the moment, it looks like. That's a poor visit from Beagley, and Lauren could capitalise. She cannot capitalise. 3 scored. Oh, yes, please, thank you. Fantastic visit from Trisha Walton with a 1-3-3. Superb stuff to leave 69 for the match for Lewis Beagley. Fantastic darts from Trisha. Sorry, it's not for the match, it's to take us all the way. You can't see the scoreline at the bottom. It's currently 3-2 to the Hudsons. Beagley looking to make it 3 apiece. Someone has smashed the glass. Thank you. Beagley makes a bit of a mess of things, it does have to be said. So Walton has to split the 33. Hudson's still not down to a finish. Should go one for double 16, you would think. Nah, 19 for double 7. I see it. I see the method. I see the vision. Leaves Beagley double 7. When he returns, the Hudsons scarper down to a finish, but it's the 4th biggest one on the board. And Beagley wants double 7 to take us all the way. Oh, he's busted score. I mean, a big number either side of the sevens and busted score as well. What can Lauren take? Whip up. Can she find the moment of magic? No, she can't. So double 7 for Trisha Walton. And Trisha's buster score as well. This is in danger of getting away from the match-winning opportunity for Leyland Hudson. Finds a treble to leave double 18 for the match unless Beagley, and he can't take double 7, so double 18 for Lauren Hudson to send them through to the semi-finals. And double 18 it is. Lauren Hudson and Leyland Hudson through to the semi-finals of the Aberdeen Open Mixed Pairs, beating Lewis Beagley and Trisha Walton by 4 legs to 2. They will play Lorraine Hyde and Sean Fisher for a shootout on stage on Sunday evening. we'll have the next semi-final, or the first semi-final possible, streamed to you in a matter of minutes. We will be right back. So a confirmed semi-final lineup then. It will be Lauren and Leyland Hudson against Lorraine Hyde and Sean Fisher. And then another semi-final will be Sharon Leslie and Barry Summers against Kelly Jolly and Lewis McKenzie. We don't know what semi-final we're going to get. We haven't seen Kelly or Lewis on the stream this evening, so there's a good chance we get them against Sharon and Barry, but we'll let you know as soon as we find out. Phenomenal question, O'Chang. This is my name on Twitter, yeah. It's a subjective question, it does have to be said.
Heard your commentary's good at.
Oh, thank you very much, mate. You won, didn't you? You won
Right,
your game.
folks, we're down to the
See if you're wrong.
semi-finals.
See if you're wrong.
Still the best of 7. These will be the last games tonight. So the people that lost in the
You have
quarters,
got
can
mine.
some of you mark these, please? So on board 4, could we get Shannon Leslie, Barry Summers, Kelly Jolly, and Lewis McKenzie? And on the streaming board, on board 11, Lorraine Hyde, Sean Fisher, Lauren Hudson, and Leyland Hudson.
So confirmation there of our final match of the evening on the streaming board. Two teams
And the
who,
losers,
good
please
grief.
come up to the desk after the game.
Two teams we've already seen on the streaming board this evening. Lorraine Hyde and Sean Fisher, and Lauren and Leyland Hudson. Winner of that game will progress to Cup Collection Sunday in finals night. And there is Sean going up for his practice starts now. World Masters semi-finalist this year, Sean into a provisional spot for the Lakeside World Championships as a result. We sort of branded them as the title favourites before a dart was thrown for this particular competition, but they've been dominant so far. As we see Lorraine coming into frame. But yeah, looking at the averages, it'll be a big task for Lauren. Yeah. Oh, I'll take the laptop. It'll be a big ask for
Lauren and Leyland to find the miracle and get this one over the line, because Lorraine and Sean have been... Hello, nice to meet you. Lorraine and Sean have been a cut above the rest this evening. I'm absolutely fine, yes, thank you. It's Leyland Hudson, the Trim. Actual name, actual nickname, his name isn't the Trim, but that is his nickname. And then we'll also keep you updated on the other semi-final as the legs go in that one. You can watch it yourself on Dark Connect if you so wish, but I'll try and keep you posted as much as I can as the players continue their practice. Still waiting on a chocker. In a bit, Ocheng, good seeing you.
Right, folks, we still got some of the sweeper left at £2 a square for 3-pack prizes for 50 quid. If you want a square, come up and get it.
So look at the routes to this. So Lorraine and Sean have dropped 3 legs in this tournament so far. They were hard pushed by Andrea Carr and Scott Thomas in the last 16. And Greg McCarthy and Emily Davidson managed to pick up a leg in the quarters, but they whitewashed Angie Ispister and George Smith. And then our first match that we saw on stream, the whitewash win over Greg Porter and Jill Sharp. Meanwhile, for the Hudsons...
Right, we need markers for both of these boards. If he's lost in the quarters, we just kindly go up and mark them, please.
For the Hudsons, they've only had to play 3 games so far.
Tomorrow we're going to assign markers, and if you don't mark, you'll be excluded from Sunday's pairs.
They were pushed all the way by Barry Watson and Lynn Torrance in the last 16 with the 2 Hudsons, and they had 4-2 wins. In the first round of Stacey Clancy and Thomas Milne in that game we saw on stream, and then just back in the quarterfinals against Lewis Beagley and Trisha Walton. As we're about to get underway with our throw for the build, it'll be Sean, number 25. And Ione throws it outside, so... get this underway then. Sean Fisher. Spot in the semi-finals up for grabs as Fisher gets straight in with the treble there. What can Beagley do in response? Beagley? Forgive me. Leyland Hudson. Can't even keep them straight. You feel like keeping all 3 darts straight as a minimum when you're playing 2 players of this sort of caliber, I suppose. Not exactly an inspiring visit from Lorraine. Let's see what Lauren can do. No treble either. But yeah, Sean in the form of his life at the moment, hinted at a potential Q School return as well next year if he was to go. Probably have a shower at winning his tour card. Hyde a bit wayward in these opening exchanges with their first 6 darts. 45 scored in both of them. Hudson can find a treble here. Should be keeping with them. Another one of them. Just snatched a wee bit there. She's feeling her hand. So 6 from 2, 3, 4 for Sean Fisher and Lorraine Hyde. 1:35 left. Leyland with a straight 16, nowhere near enough to leave a finish, sadly. And what does Hyde do from here with their opponents not on a finish? Yeah, opts to stay on the 20s rather than starting the bull. Probably the right thing to do. But again, unable to find the treble, and unable to even find 3 straight darts. Warren keeping them straight. A bit of a miscount there, and she can't quite get down to finish. Maybe should have switched. Fisher will switch up to double 12, but he can't find it. No danger though after that miscount from Lauren. Should have switched to the 19s to leave 170. It's a good last start from Leyland, but it might be too little too late because Lorraine wants double 12, which has been unconvincing so far. Not exactly markers. She comes short. So Lauren should get at least a dart if she stays straight to break the throw and lead. Tops. Just takes a moment to compose herself. It is just below. Will she be thinking about that dart come to the end of the match? Let's see. Double 3 for Sean. He finds it, gives it the fist bump. Ropey start from this pair. Haven't really seen them hit second gear yet. But a dart missed by Lauren Hudson for the leg. And Fisher punishes. Sharon Leslie and Barry Summers a leg to the good over Kelly Jolly and Lewis McKenzie in our other semi-final on the outer boards. Hudson's going to have to switch, you'd think. No, she's staying there. From where I'm seeing it, looking at it right now, that treble's bed's completely blocked. Lorraine will roll in her eyes. This is quite poor from her, to be fair. Expect a lot more from a former world master. It's a good dart from Hudson, but rhythm's been disrupted. How can he pick back up? He can do very well. First 2 treble visit of the match for Leyland Hudson, and indeed in general. Firmly advantage fully with the Hudsons here. Not what you would have expected at the start of this match, but Hyde and Fisher have just not been at the races early on. Lorraine finds a much needed treble. Comes down to the 19s for cover, can't find a treble, and is thusly not on a finish. 6 from 216 for the Hudsons. He's back in the treble again as Leyland. Fisher just taking a moment. It's a really poor first start. Recovers it well with the other 2. So 1-3-1 coming in for Lauren. But looking at the 17s first start, but couldn't find it. Well, could find it, but not the treble. And so 95 for Lane. Could go bull, should go 19s. Goes for the bull. 70 left, 20 leaves the bull. And she's missed a big number completely, and that about sums her game up so far. Wild dart from Leyland. Options now on 73. Fisher to recuperate and break the throw. It is tops. And he finds it, gives it the big one again. This has been far from convincing from the pair. They're getting it done by hook and by crook, I should say. as Jolly and Mackenzie equalise in the other semi-final. 96 to open from Sean. Beautiful first start from Leyland. Can he come down? He doesn't quite get into the 19th segment. Wild dart from Lorraine. Can she recover? Good marker to slide into the treble, and does so. She's going to have to come down now, surely. Been very reticent to move in with the way her darts land as Lauren. No treble found for Sean, so potential opening for Leyland. But I think that opening is completely squandered now. So a treble here for Lauren will get her to a finish. That's closer to the treble 12 than the treble 20. In a single one, that one, you can't quite see it. It is covered by the first start. Nice number to be on is 220, especially when you're as good as Sean Fisher. And so Lorraine will get a look at the Shanghai finish. But you wouldn't think she'd take it out with the form she's in at the moment. Hudson applying a form of pressure, but still not down to a finish. It's a good marker. It comes the other side of it, wow. It comes the other side of it again. First of all. Lauren recovers to a finish with that switch, but tops for Sean to go a leg away from the final. This would be the best finish statistically and theoretically of the day on this board. When the 19's nowhere near. Tell you what, Leyland is throwing some good darts though. He's still as quick as he was when we saw him in the first game, but he's getting a bit more consistent at least. Surely. Destined. More darts with doubles missed for Lorraine Hyde. Hudson had a dart to win the first leg. She should get a dart to win the second. She gets two. Double 8, which she hit so often on the stream board the last time. Is that in? We can't tell. I can't tell from here. Doesn't look it. It isn't. Misses inside. To be fair to them, they're giving them a good shout. They're pushing them, but it's just not enough at the moment. Those missed doubles are going to cost the Hudsons dearly. Are they going to cost Sean Fisher dearly? No, they aren't. One-way traffic here at Legends. It's 2-1 to Sharon and Barry over Kelly and Lewis in the other semi-final. It's not a good open at all for Leyland. Sean looking to punish and probably will. And he's straight in the treble. This is a World Masters semi-finals this year. Gives it some as well after the 140. You can tell how much this means. Steady enough from Lauren, but 60s aren't going to be enough against the pair of this caliber. They need more. Lorraine slides it into the treble. Good dart. Using the darts above as a marker. And Leyland has been...
Folks, there's only 18 squares on the big sweeper left. 2 pound a square, 3 people get 50 quid. Come on, let's sell it tonight.
And
so you can get your money tonight.
gonna going to say Leyland, who's been playing so well in this match, scoring 30, is probably a sign bad things to come. But Lawrence in the treble, as I say that, might come down, stays. It is firmly in the control of Lorraine and Sean though to wrap it up and progress to the final on Sunday evening. Bit of a slip with the last start. Doesn't get down to a finish, but neither will Leyland and Lauren. So 2 trebles for Fisher would leave a double. Down to the 19s. Yeah, looked for 2 of the trebles to leave tops for the match. Well, that gets rid of the 1. And what a way to end it. That would be a 26 score. 110 for the match then for Lorraine Hyde. Went the 18, searching for the treble to leave the double. .28 scored for Leyland. Doesn't get him down to anything meaningful. So this for the match. Went the 16s. Match start missed at double 18 for Sean Fisher. And it's 167 left. Yes, treble 19. That is nowhere near the treble 19. And so it's match starts now for Lorraine Hyde at double 9. And she gets it done. A whitewash win for Lorraine and Sean to seal their place in the final of the 2026 Aberdeen Darts Open mixed pairs. Against, with a 4-0 win, averaging 63.2 against Leyland and Lauren Hudson, whose dream run comes to an end. In our other semi-final, it looks as if Sharon Leslie and Barry Summers will be on their way to face them 3-1 up over Kelly Jolly and Lewis McKenzie. Final will be on Sunday finals night. But they've just got 180, 140 of Sharon and Barry. So they're on 1-2-1 after 9. So 6 from 1-2-1 for Sharon Leslie and Barry Summers to book their spot in Sunday's final. And it's Leslie who will have the honour. Have a good one, Sean.
You don't play tomorrow?
Sunday's the
Finals. Are you playing singles tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll draw you in the first round then, oh my fucking luck.
I hope not.
What do you mean? It's a free win.
6 squares left on the square now.
Yeah, this just one more semi-final to do and then that's us.
semi-final in here.
No, it's on at the moment. It's just finishing up. So 70 for the match for Barry. Match darts missed, but Mackenzie and Kelly way back on 286 with Leslie eyeing up double 6 for the match on her return. Ton doesn't get them down to a finish, so it's double 6 for the match. Score's been bust, but again they will return. Jolly Mackenzie not on a finish. Good darts there, but it's double 6 for the match by any rate for Barry Summers. More match darts missed, and Lewis McKenzie now has the chance to punish them for it. 107 coming in. Oh, that is beautiful from Lewis McKenzie. Incredible stuff. It's a break of throw as well. I made that 6 match darts missed from Leslie and Summers, and Lewis takes out the 107 to prolong this one. A break of throw, 3-2 to scoreline. Averages not exactly, lighting the stage up, 65 and 55. That said, it's a maximum start from Summers 177 scored. Switching to the treble 19 with the last dart. But the perfect start, best start they could ask for realistically. And that automatically puts the pressure on Jolly to find the least a treble to keep the darts, and she's not done that at all. So advantage firmly with Leslie and Summers now to wrap this one up after suffering that hammer blow of a 107 checkout from Mackenzie. Big shout there, what's the score? You can see Lewis there really giving it some to the crowd. Beverages in full flow this evening, it is worth noting. It's a very good score actually, 135. Lewis has had a good leg here. What can Barry do? Hit the 177 with his first visit.